You're a lost, obstinate, and broken girl with one single goal: to climb Mount Celeste and prove to yourself that you are worth fixing. The only thing that stands between you and the top of that mountain is one of the hardest video games ever created. Pixel precision platforming, frame perfect input, 700 screens of pure suffering, and I actually broke my controller! Join me as I embark on my all-time most requested 100% and collect all 176 strawberries, complete all 9 levels, including their alternate sides, experience a surprisingly heartwarming story about mental illness, and most of all, lots and lots of rage quits. I 100%ed Celeste. I arrived at the foot of the mountain and... oh my god. I died on, like, literally the first jump in this game. This could not be going worse. This is a really bad omen for what's to come. The crow teaches me that I can climb up walls by holding down trigger. I proceed to instinctively hold this down for the rest of the playthrough, a habit that will end up costing me tens of hours later on. But for now, we run into this old looking house where we ask this grandma for directions. By the way, you should call somebody about your driveway. The ridge collapsed and I nearly died. If my driveway almost did you in, the mountain might be a bit too much for you. Oh, it did do me in fact. Well, if an old bat like you can survive out here, I think I'll be fine. Oh, dang, she's sassy. But you should know, Celeste Mountain is a strange place. You might see things you ain't ready to see. With that ominous piece of advice, it was officially time to start our climb. Oh my god, the music is getting way too intense for me. What? No, what the? Huh? Yes, seconds away from death, the crow returns and teaches us about Madeline's one and only move in this game, the dash. And if you're worried that just having one move is gonna make this climb boring and easy, brother, just wait like 20 minutes. With that, we had beaten the prologue and it was on to the first level, the Forsaken City. Here, we're introduced to the game's main collectible, the strawberry. Luckily, this one's just out in the open, requiring a simple spring jump and then a dash. You'll notice that when Madeline uses her dash, her hair turns from red to blue. Blue means Madeline can't dash again, and it won't be reset until she touches the ground. The next room features a slightly trickier strawberry, but with a well-timed dash and a wall climb, I'm able to grab it. In the next room, I'm introduced to Forsaken City's central mechanic. Okay, jump. This stuff's easy. Oh my god, what the heck? Oh my god, I flew into balls. Yeah, when you step on these guys, you are flung in the other direction. And if you jump off at the right, or I guess in this case, wrong time, your momentum is preserved, which flung me right into the spikes. But with a well-timed dash, I can continue on to the next room. No dash. Oh. Well, they kind of told me that. I kind of feel stupid for not getting it. In order to collect a winged strawberry, you have to grab it without using your dash. Something that can easily be accomplished here with just a few well-timed jumps. You can even grab my 4th strawberry in this little side room here. All things considered, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I've got 4 strawberries already. Oh, past Shawnee, if only he knew what future horrors awaited him. And the horrors come sooner than I thought they would, as in the very next room, I struggle to get this strawberry. Okay, I think you have to use that. Like, maybe you gotta, like, jump at the precipice, like... Oh, but you don't have your jump then. You don't have a dash. How are you supposed to get that? Now, what you're supposed to do is use your momentum to grab onto this block and then dash to the strawberry. That's one of the beautiful things about Celeste. This game lets you traverse however you want. So instead, I decide to use the momentum from the block, dash up high, and then wall jump off this little brick, giving me the fruit. But before we head into the next room, I'd like to ask you to subscribe. And to show you how serious I am about subscribing, I got the real Spider-Man, and definitely not some guy off Fiverr, to convince you.
Hello everyone, Spider-Man here. If you do not subscribe to the Cine Dude channel, then Mr. Green Goblin is going to actually taser me in the ballsack.
In the next room, I head to the left where I encounter something a little different. Whoa, who's this lad? Oh there, fellow traveler. Oh, hi. What a killer night for a hike. I guess so. This place is so crazy. I kinda can't believe it exists. Not the easiest climb, is it? But I guess that's what I was looking for. I'm Theo, by the way, an adventurer from far-off lands. What far-off land do you hail from? Well, my inquisitive compatriot, I doth hail from the mystical exotic kingdom of... Seattle. Are you here to explore the city? Yeah, I have a thing for abandoned places. And I like to think of myself as a budding photographer. Oh, cool. Oh, really? Cool. Do you have a blog or something? A blog? Madeline. Everyone uses Instapics now. This terrain is pretty tricky. Are you turning back soon? Nope, I'm heading for the summit. I can really see the determination in your eyes. It's inspiring. Why is she climbing, though? If you say so, I bet you can make it to the summit, too. Maybe. I don't really care about reaching the top, to be honest. Oh, but I heard there's some legit old ruins up beyond the city, like 1800s legit. I know it's risky, but I have to see them for myself. What's that thing you say right before you do something irresponsible? Throw caution to the wind? No, that's not it. Oh, right. Ooh. Yo! Oh, God. No, this game's dated. Having met our first new mountain friend, I head up and grab a strawberry that gives me a bit of trouble. Oh, yes. That felt amazing. Then I head back to the main path. These little green square things can reset your dash in midair, allowing you to do 2 before landing. I head further in, and while I'm able to complete the room pretty easily, there's a sign pointing to the ceiling here, and I know that must be the way to a strawberry. And this is the first taste I get of what this game truly has to offer. Dang it. Oh, crap. What if I jump off? Okay, that didn't work at all. What if I jump, hit the spikes, die, jump, dash, jump, dash, down. Okay, is it gonna count up all my deaths at the end and I'm gonna feel really embarrassed? There's gotta be a way to get over there. Yes. Oh my god, I'm a god gamer. And my reward for making that difficult jump is more platforming. Yay! Luckily, I can easily make it through this room by baiting out the traffic blocks, and after another short room, this is a far away for a single strawberry. And a satellite? Wait, what are these little lads? Wait, it's sending a signal. White, purple, blue, red, purple, yellow. I write down the code, and after staring for a while, realize that the colors match the ones of the little triangles flying around in the air. These triangles also always fly into the same direction, correlating to one of the 8 cardinal directions. I can create a code that reads out up, left, down, right, and so on in the order the colors were displayed on the satellite. Okay, but now what do I do with this information? Do I just do like dash up, to the left, down and right, up and right, left again, up and left. What? That actually worked? What the heck? What the heck? No way! Oh my god! I was just farting around. I can't believe that actually worked. Pointless machines? Collect the crystal heart in chapter 1. Crystal hearts? What the heck is a crystal heart? Yes, this introduces us to Celeste's other main collectible, crystal hearts, one of which will be hiding in each of the game's levels. Back on the main path, I managed to get through most of the rooms no problem until reaching this little hell slice right here. While getting the strawberry isn't too difficult, this room introduces us to a new mechanic about strawberries. You see, while you can collect them fine and dandy, the strawberry doesn't actually register as being collected until you land in a safe area. After about 10 minutes of attempts, I realized the key is to hop back onto the traffic block, which can launch you safely to the exit. Besides that, the rest of this chapter ends up being tough, but nothing impossible, mostly involving using your momentum from the traffic blocks. And eventually, I reach the end. Top of the mountain? Man, this is an easy game. Celeste Mountain. This memorial dedicated to those who persisted on the climb. I'm exhausted. This might have been a mistake. No. You can't think like that, Celeste. Complete chapter 1. Oh, easy. And I died. Okay, I don't need to know how many times I died. And while I had now unlocked the second world, first I wanted to go back and grab all the collectibles I missed in the Forsaken City. Luckily, the game lets me restart from different points throughout the level and tells me which strawberries I missed. Most of these are just hidden behind breakable blocks or in tiny secret passageways, and then just require some relatively easy platforming. And you know, all things considered, this really wasn't that hard. I know it's just the first level, but the way everyone had been talking about this game, I thought that like every single second was gonna be pure suffering. I mean, honestly, if this whole game is around this difficulty, we should be done in no time. But while I collect the level's last 20 cherries, I'd like to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Mirthwood. Mirthwood is a new RPG life sim that's like Stardew Valley meets RimWorld meets Fable. But unlike all those games, this one has a werewolf that I want to kiss on the mouth. This game, made by a team of just 2 people, takes the traditional farming mechanic you're used to, where you can build a farm, harvest crops, raise animals, and combines it with a Fable-esque morality system, where you can do certain quests to become the hero of that village, or the villain. But you're not just limited to spending time on your farm in the surrounding village, as there are 6 different regions and 3 fully decked out towns to explore, each one with different NPCs, environments, and quests. One of the coolest things about Mirthwood is that your skills improve through your actions, giving you access to powerful skill cards that can change your build. Maybe you'll be a master farmer, or a lovable rogue, or the werewolf kisser. Spend your time building your relationships with the NPCs, and you'll be able to recruit some additional companions and even pets to join you on your journey. The game is out right now, so check it out on Steam today. The game's gonna be constantly updated after launch, with free updates letting you do things like start a family and even have children. So what are you waiting for? Head to the link down in the description below and start embarking on your quest through Mirthwood. And thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. But after collecting all 20 of the cherries, I find another secret room behind this block. What is this? Here, the blocks shift to the music, so with some good timing, I can get to the top right and grab the precious dancing brick. Oh, nice! Collect a cassette. Oh, it's a cassette. B-side unlocked? What does that mean? What's a B-side? Uh-oh. No! No! Please! What am I looking? What is this room? No! No! Who would do this? this? Who would create such a hell? Welcome to World 1-B. Hey, it just looks like the same level, but like a little bit harder. Which, yeah, that's mostly right. Just switch out a little bit harder with so mind-numbingly difficult that this is basically like playing a different game. While Celeste's A-sides are challenging but rewarding, the B-sides are painful but unrelenting, horrifying but agonizing, miserable but also torture. The rest of Celeste is simply a precursor to the existence of B-sides. But I'm getting ahead of myself. 1B starts off with a couple of rooms that only take me around 5 minutes each. Most of these rooms involve you having to do a long stretch without landing on the ground, which means trying to find the right spot to correctly use your dash. Like, see, in this room, you might be tempted to use your dash to hit this first wall, but if you use it there, then you'll have no way of reaching the final wall over on the right. So you have to do this like long jump here, hit the wall, fall, get launched up, and then use your dash. Despite the increased difficulty, I'm able to make it through the rooms at a pretty good pace. This one here, I even got on my first attempt. The level's challenging, but nothing obscene, until I reach the horror that is the spring room. What am I even looking at? Is there a way you can go like this? I don't think that was it. You gotta go up, you gotta go up, you gotta go up, you gotta go up, you gotta go up. Okay, that didn't work. No! No! Come on. Wait, do you have to go all the way around? Hold on. Like this? Okay, well, that's not how you do it. Go like, bup. Bup. Oh! Yes! No! No! Oh, I'm getting tilted already. Yes! No! Oh, I have to duck! Okay, I have to duck. Okay, that's why there's a giant arrow pointing down. This is torture! Yes! Now what? I didn't think I'd ever get here. I just go like... Yes! Yes! Oh my god! That was so hard. The rest of this level's rooms are slightly less difficult than the spring room. Like this room covered in spikes where you need to thread the needle of your wall jumps, or this room where you have like 2 seconds to jump onto this block. But this entire world culminates in this final screen. A screen so difficult, I'm making it the first entry in Shawnee Doo's 20 Rooms of Misery. And there are 2 reasons that make this room so hard. First, the traffic blocks in here move much faster than normal, so your reaction times need to be extremely quick. And secondly, it is long. It takes me a full 20 minutes of attempts to get through this, as landing on this little block here is just so insanely hard. Then, even if you make it onto that, you need to dash up, grab the wall, and survive these 3 launchers. Once I finally get the hang of landing on the block and re-grabbing the traffic launcher, I'm able to make it to the top. Yes! 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 Oh my god, my hands are in excruciating pain. Oh my god, I can't believe I made it. Memorial dedicated to those who perished on the climb. Oh my god. So many people perished on the climb. What do you mean there's more? What do you... Thankfully, this next section is pretty short, so with some well-timed jumps, I can jump into the Crystal Heart, completely finishing World 1. For now. And the B-side with a full 581 deaths on the first level. Oh god, this is gonna be a long video. With my confidence shattered, it was time to move on to Chapter 2, The Old Site. Chapter 2 opens with Madeline waking up from her fireside nap, but things seem a little off. What is going on? As I explore to the right, there seems to be these giant black cubes that block my way, like this poor strawberry who has to sit here alone and uncollected. Truly tragic. Eventually, through exploring, I discover a mirror. What the heck? There's like a dark version of me. Evil Celeste. What? What the heck? Uh-oh. That doesn't seem very good. Oh, but it unlocked these blocks. Whoa, okay, so it preserves my momentum. Yes, releasing Evil Celeste from the mirror now lets us to dash through these dream blocks, unlocking the rest of the level. So what are these pea waters? The pea waters are actually 1/3 of a strawberry, and if I manage to grab them all, I'll be able to collect it. The only catch is that if you ever touch the ground, the pea water goes back to its original spot. But how are you supposed to collect all 3 of these waters without ever touching the ground? Well, dream blocks actually have a unique mechanic that after dashing through them, your dash resets. So with good timing, I can string all of my dashes together in rapid succession, and the pea waters combine to a sweet, sweet strawberry. There's a couple strawberries in this area, but I don't mind because I really enjoy using dream blocks. They are way more fun than the traffic blocks of the last world, and stringing together dashes makes you feel like you are really good at this game, even when all I'm doing is pressing X. All is going great until... Madeline, darling, slow down. What the heck? Oh, that's the evil version. Who said that? Oh, I'm simply a concerned observer. Are you me? I'm part of you. I can't tell you what a relief it is to finally get out of your head. But look, I'm worried about us. We need a hobby, but this... I know it sounds crazy, but I need to climb this mountain. You are many things, darling, but you are not a mountain climber. This is definitely a metaphor for something. I don't know what it is yet, but there's a metaphor going on here. Who says I can't be? I know it's not your strong suit, but be reasonable for once. You have no idea what you're getting into. You can't handle this. This is exactly why I need to do this. Are you the weak part of me or the lazy part? I'm the pragmatic part. I don't know what that means, and I'm trying to be diplomatic here. What the heck? Let's go home together. They popped out of the thing. Oh. It's like Shadow Mario. She following me? Get away from me! Now, for the rest of the level, part of Madeline, also known as Badeline, will be stalking you around the level. And if that wasn't enough, Chapter 2 also introduces a third mechanic in keys. These are these glowing blue orbs, and when you collect them, they will unlock a block, clearing the way and allowing you to progress. Both of these compound here. We have to run around this tiny room collecting all 5 keys, being careful not to bump back into Madeline. You know, having to watch somebody else fail all my jumps is like kind of humiliating. After more deaths in here than I'd like to admit, I finally make it through. Whew. That was a toughie. What the? There's so many of them! No thank you! Absolutely no thank you! Yes, as if one Badeline wasn't enough, we're now being stalked by 4 of them. My practice from 1B has prepared me well, and I absolutely blast through this level. Things only get really sticky when I need to cross over the Badelines. Oh, this could get pesky. Ooh! Feel good about that. Down here. Okay. What did that do? Wait, they stopped? Oh, they can't go into the snow. What are the lore implications there? Having escaped from part of ourselves, the rest of this level gives us some time for a fun little cooldown. These things are fun. Shoop, shoop, shooey. Oh, that was it. Dang, I'm a pro. The phone's ringing. Should I pick it up? Hello? Madeline, are you calling from a payphone? Yeah? No, wait, you called me. It doesn't matter. I'm in trouble. I'm being chased by someone. I really don't understand what's going on, but I know I'm in danger. I can feel it. Madeline, you only call me when you're panicking in the middle of the night. You don't have to make up some ridiculous story just to get my attention. Oh my god, what a terrible mother. I assume it's a mother. I'm not making it up! You always do this! Shh, it's alright, calm down. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Talk to me. I'm climbing Celeste Mountain. I found this old mirror, and it shattered, but part of me escaped, and I'm dreaming, aren't I? Madeline, of course you're dreaming. I haven't spoken to you in months. Why not? Why would I start now? Why am I even climbing this stupid mountain? I'm wondering the same thing. It's time to give up and go home. Oh my god! What the heck? Oh! Well, that was a good game. All of Chapter 2 was a dream. Wait, what? Do I have to do the whole thing over again? I've already climbed this mountain, bro. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Madeline, you made it. Climbing up here was tough, but totally worth it. Just look at these ruins. I took so many great pics. You want to see? Oh, sure. Theo, these are great. Maybe I'll finally hit 1,000 followers with these. Oh, we need to formally commemorate this occasion. Take a selfie with me. I don't know if that's such a good idea right now. Why not? Come on, it's easy, like this. You look so nervous. Sorry about that. Don't worry, I won't post that one. No, it's alright. You can post it. I'm just not photogenic. Madeline, don't be so hard on yourself. No one looks good without a filter. What made you want to try photography? My grandpa was really into it. Apparently he was semi-famous in the photography world. I don't know if I'll ever be that good at it. But it's nice to feel close to him. So you're determined to climb the entire mountain? Yeah, I told myself I would. I'm done breaking promises to myself. Life goals, I dig it. I doubt I'll make it to the top like you, but I'm not ready to turn back yet. Wait, there's a payphone again. Wow, no one... Oh, is she calling her mom? Hello! Hey, Mom. Oh. Madeline, what a nice surprise. Wait, that's not what the mom looked like in the dream, though. How's your trip? It's okay, I'm just kind of overwhelmed. Oh no, are you having another panic attack? Focus on your breathing, honey. I'm here. What's going on? What? Why did the mom look different and I haven't spoken to her in months? Was it like a stepmom or something? Huh? What the heck? What is going on? Yeah, I don't know how I got into my head that the dream phone call was with a mom. The game files officially refer to this person as Madeline's ex. The fact that they haven't spoken in a few months could contribute to why Madeline wanted to climb this mountain in the first place. Also, I only died 46 times in this level, so maybe the B-side will actually be easy this time? What, were you expecting me to cut to a montage of me dying a bunch or something? You really think I'm that predictable? But first, I need to go back through the A side and collect all of our precious berries. And look, after finding this one right here, we get an achievement for finding our first 30. I even find the cassette tape in this obvious passageway that I somehow missed the first time around. Oh god. I don't want to do the B-side. This strawberry here gives me a bit of trouble, as despite it being right out in the open, there doesn't seem to be any way inside. Eventually though, I realize if you dash through the dream block in line with the little alcove, you can slide right in. On my second go around, I managed to get all but one cherry, which ends up being hidden at the bottom of this dream block. With that, the main side has been 100% completed. Now it was time to tackle the horror of Chapter 2 B-side. And if it wasn't enough to just create a much harder version of Chapter 2, 2B also decides to introduce a totally new move. Now I guess this is less of a move and more of a tech, but if you hold left or right while exiting a dream block and click A, instead of just falling out, you'll do this like little fancy jump out of the block, giving you much more air. All things considered, this really isn't that hard to pull off and is actually pretty satisfying to do. While I'm having fun dashing through the dream blocks, Chapter 2B has a different plan as we get our second entry into Shawnee's 20 Rooms of Misery, but probably not for the reason you think. You see, while the first room Misery was just really hard and broke me mentally, this room managed to do what no other room in this entire game could possibly do and crossed over to the physical realm. Oh my god. My controller just straight up broke. You cannot be serious right now. I mean, can I play like this? Oh, that really hurts. And it's completely imprecise. No, this is undoable. This is completely undoable. Okay, I need to go to like Best Buy and get like an Xbox controller then. Yes, you heard that right. The B-sides of Chapter 2 are so technically precise that it broke the joystick to my controller. Now, given this was just some cheap USB controller I got online for like 20 bucks. But still, it got through 40 hours of Hollow Knight, but couldn't get through 4 of Celeste. So in order to continue playing, I had to go all the way to Target, buy an Xbox controller, and come all the way back. And contrary to the belief of most 8-year-olds, the controller makes no difference, and I still suck. The room itself, though, really isn't all that hard. And just by timing my movements against Battlements, I can easily make it through. All things considered, level 2B is really not that hard until you enter the horror that is the final 2 rooms. Okay, this one seems pretty easy. These 2 rooms alone took longer than the entire rest of the level, with everything before this taking just 45 minutes, and these 2 taking a full hour. First room starts you off with a giant dream block in the room's center, and these little openings on the side. While this seems pretty easy in theory, you're just swinging from side to side, because the entirety of the holes are covered in spikes, there's nowhere to reset your dash, meaning that you only have one single shot at getting to the other side. This leads to a lot of moments like this. If you somehow manage to make it through these disgusting little gaps, you might be wondering, what next? I mean, there's this key that moves this platform, but what does that do? And I do not blame you, friend, as the solution is to go back to where you were before, diagonal dash through the block into this hole with no wall to grab, quickly turn yourself around and dash through. And even if you manage to get through all of that, that doesn't mean you're immune to... No, I bungled it! But finally, after a full 30 minutes of attempts, I make it to the top. No! Are you... I had it! I was like a pixel too high! But just a few more tries after that, I managed to line myself up correctly and get through the room. Yeah! Yes! Is this the end? Is this the end? Please. And yes, I am right that this is the last room of the chapter, but this is hardly the end for me, as the sight of these dancing music blocks would start making me feel more mixed emotions than the first time I watched Zootopia, as these blocks always signify the end of a B-side, but also usually form one of the hardest rooms in the chapter, and this one is no exception. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. The structure of this room is actually pretty simple. It's just 2 long blocks that you can wall jump between and 3 dash crystals in between, but I cannot express how difficult it is to time your dashes with the disappearing of the wall blocks. So many times I'd get so close and then the walls would disappear and I'd fall all the way back down again. You can't die in this room, but if you could, that would have easily added 200 deaths to my death count. And yes, this room is more than worthy of joining Shawnee's 20 Rooms of Misery. No, 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 no! It's like you're about to bite into a spicy chili dog and then someone burns you with a flamethrower in front of you, man. Oh my god. Dude, are you seeing this? Yes, this is the worst room that's ever been created. Oh my god, I hated that so much. Screw that room, screw that room, screw that room, screw that room. Boop, 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 bop, bop, boop, bop, bop. Shut up. After admittedly cathartic release of my rage, I managed to get through Chapter 2B with just 430 deaths, putting a permanent close on Chapter 2. Now it's time to head into Chapter 3, the Celestial Resort. Be proud of your Death count. The more you die, the more you're learning. You know what? Screw you. Screw you, game. Chapter 3's main feature is this black goo that, if touched, will instantly kill you. Okay, the gimmick is just going to be moving obstacles. That's not fun. And oh boy, I had no idea how right I was when I said that, as Chapter 3 would go on to be my least favorite chapter in the game. Not the hardest, though, just the most unfun one. I'm collecting some strawberries outside when I discover a pretty cool quirk within Celeste that will help me tons later on. Wait, so do you always get your dash back when going between rooms? Whoa, okay, that's really cool. I did not know that. So you can kind of get like a double dash. Save that little nugget of wisdom for later and grab the key to head inside the hotel. Please ring for service. Oh no! Oh. Oh no, it's just a cute little ghost guy. Welcome, may I help you? Are you a ghost? A ghost? Don't be silly. I am the concierge of this fine establishment. Welcome to the world-renowned Celestial Resort Hotel. Mr. Oshiro at your service. 2 guests in 1 day. Business is finally picking up. Oh, I guess our other friend is here. How long will you be staying with us? Oh, I'm just passing through. I'm climbing the mountain. Do you have a back exit? A back exit? Just passing through? This will not do. You know I can still hear you, right? In any case, our rear service door... I've got one of those. And it's reserved for your freaking mother. In any case, our rear service door is reserved for hotel staff only. However, our top floor presidential suite features a world-class view of the peak. Maybe I could get on the roof from there and climb down the back. The presidential suite. Marvelous idea, Oshiro. What is your name for our records? I'm Madeline. But again, I'm really not interested in staying. Right this way, Miss Madeline. Uh-oh. That guy is definitely a ghost. It appears to be a very old and dusty guest book. Many of the pages are damaged or missing. The comments, however, are glowing. We'll never forget our time here. Some hotel. Oh, don't mind the shadow monsters. I make my way further into the hotel and discover this chapter's other main mechanic, spaghetti walls. The spaghetti walls can be climbed on, but only a single time, and then are filled with black goo, so you really have to make it count. I grab some more cherries, including the one in this room where you need to be constantly refreshing your dash with these squares, that I just narrowly make my way out of before running into Mr. Oshiro again. Please follow me closely, Miss Madeline. The hotel's in pretty rough shape. Is it really open for business? This guy's definitely evil. Of course we're open. The Celestial Resort Hotel would never close during the prime tourism season. Rough shape? What did she mean by that? What a peculiar guest. Dude, you're like a ghost. A few more easy rooms and then... Okay, there's a strawberry if I don't dash in this section. Which seems actually pretty easy. But I do manage to grab it on my very next attempt. This strawberry gave me a good amount of trouble, as the spaghetti walls make it not just hard to grab the strawberry, but also land safely with it, taking me almost quadruple the time of any of the other rooms in this section. But just like that, we're caught up to Mr. Oshiro again. This clutter is out of control! When did this happen? I don't even know where to begin. Mr. Oshiro, do you run this whole place by yourself? You're right, Miss Madeline. I'll never sort this mess out alone. No, poor guy, it's hopeless. That's not what I meant. It's just a little spring cleaning. Well, more than a little. This is a little spring cleaning, bro? But I can help. You're too kind, but I wouldn't even bother. It's a lost cause. Okay. How long have you been running the hotel? Oh, quite some time now. Business has been slow. Yeah, why'd you open up a hotel on a mountain where like almost no one comes to? Gotta have respect for Mr. Oshiro. Dude has opened up a disgusting, rundown hotel infested with monsters in a location no one comes and still manages to make this our problem somehow. Now we've got 3 open entrances, and upon going through each, there's a couple screens, and at the end, one of the clutter colors are sorted, in this case, all the brown boxes. I haven't even begun cleaning, and already I feel renewed lightness of spirit. That's the power of positive thinking. Actually, I cleaned out some of the clutter for you. Oh, yes. Thank you, Miss Madeline. But please relax and let the hotel staff handle it. Mr. Oshiro, it's okay if the mess is making you anxious. I still can't stay the night, but I can help you before I leave. She pities you, Oshiro. You're pathetic. You kind of are. Mr. Oshiro is very quickly starting to annoy every cell in my body, so I'm definitely glad to head into the next section where we run into a more welcoming face. Theo, are you a guest here too? Madeline, am I happy to see you right now. Have you talked to Mr. Oshiro? He's a creepy old weirdo. I bet he's cleaning out a nook to hide our bodies as we speak. Really? He seems nice. I'm gonna crawl through this vent. It's blowing cold of air from the outside. Come on! Mr. Oshiro's troubled, but I don't think he wants to hurt us. I want to help him. We need to get out of here and call an expert on creepy old dudes. We aren't prepared for this. I think I can get through to him. Go ahead and I'll catch up with you later. Man, you're more stubborn than my sister. I thought that was impossible. Okay, I'm not gonna lie and say that Mr. Oshiro hasn't been getting on my nerves a little bit here. But Theo being just outright rude to him is really inching me towards my kinda sucks list. The next room over features a pretty unique mechanic using the strawberry that disappears when you dash. Instead of never wanting to dash, you actually want to dash at just the right time so the strawberry flies up and you can grab it. Takes a few tries, but really cool puzzle. Besides that though, this section is more of the same, just avoiding the floating black blobs, and at the end we can organize all the purple towels. Also discover this secret passageway that holds a computer at the end? What is this? Booting cartridge? Oh no. Is this like Catherine? Where like this is like a much harder version of Celeste? Is that what I'm experiencing right now? Not quite. This is actually the original version of Celeste that the developers Maddie Thurston and Noel Berry produced for a game jam, which led to Celeste being developed. This version is pretty much identical to the main game with jumps and dashes, with the major difference being that you can't climb. What is this? Why is there an arcade game in the middle of the level? What's going on? Similar to the A-signs, these levels are decently tough, but nothing really impossible, with most of them just focusing on wall jumps or resetting your dashes with balloons. On level 22, there's a giant chest, which made me think I was done, but instead, I just get this green gem that now gives me the ability to dash twice in the air. A really cool skill that allows for some kind of insane puzzle. The hardest screen on the cartridge is definitely level 29, where you need to weave your dashes between all of the spikes to grab the balloons, but once again, very doable. Also, I just want to note that the music in this mode is nearly a direct rip from a Cave Story track. You cannot get anything past me, Maddie Thurston. I am the god of indie games. After beating level 38, I've officially made it to the summit and earned the achievement for beating Celeste on the Pico 8. Thankfully, there's no achievement for getting all the strawberries in there, so at least my YouTube commenters now have something to complain about. Back to the level though, I find an old paper and a stack of laundry. A letter from Mr. Oshiro to the rest of the hotel staff, informing them that the hotel will be closing indefinitely, and they're all fired. Mr. Oshiro seems very sad in the note, and even ends it by calling the hotel his home and the staff his family. So did he die? What happened? Huh? Why is the hotel closed? What's going on? But after leaving, we've got a chance to ask it to the main man himself. It's looking a lot nicer in here. Can you show me to the next exit now? But Miss Madeline, you've barely enjoyed the myriad of luxuries that our hotel has to offer. We can talk more once I finish cleaning. I'm very busy. Yes, young people have no respect these days. You're welcome, sheesh. Mr. Oshiro. So maybe he died? And like his ghost still haunts this place, I guess? Why is he kind of a dick then? If I was dead, I would be really nice. Actually, if I was dead, I'd probably be a jerk too. I cannot really blame him. It's like, what do I have to lose, man? I'm dead. This section's definitely the hardest of the three so far, probably because the clutter would give extra platforms to use along the way. But after making it through the end, we can finally put the last of the hotel's mess away. It was tough, but I sorted everything out for you. The Celestial Resort Hotel extends its gratitude for your assistance, Miss Madeline. Of course, the staff had the mess under control. Oh my god. Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. How humiliating. Aw. You must be eager to see your room. Aw, poor guy. He's really trying to hold it together. Hey, what are you doing here, Theo? Man, it's amazing here. How's it going with El Creepo? I helped him clean up that huge mess, but he was kind of a jerk about it. Madeline, seriously. My bad idea. Radar is off the charts on this one. You should get out of here. If I disappear now, Mr. Oshiro could have a meltdown. And maybe I could actually do something good. For once. I think that guy's gonna melt down no matter what. You have to think about your safety. But Madeline decides to throw caution to the wind and continue on through the hotel. Before we get to the next Oshiro interaction though, I'd like to take a second to shout out this ungodly annoying strawberry. To get it, you need to wrap around these spaghetti floor things like twice to collect it, and it drove me absolutely crazy. Also, it's only been 6 hours and the mind already begins to unfurl. Mr. Oshiro, this is it, Oshiro, your last chance. You already ruined it, making a guest clean up your mess. She'll never stay. Aw, he's just nervous. The presidential suite is the key. It will surely impress her. What? Get it together, Oshiro. What? What's going on? Does he have like dementia or something? What the heck? So he's the one spreading the black gunk everywhere. But why? Is it like the unfurling of his mind? Further in, I discover Mr. Oshiro's personal diary. It's dated from several decades ago on the day that the hotel officially closed. The hotel staff organized a group hike as a farewell tour, but Mr. Oshiro refused to leave the hotel. Perhaps I'll stay one last night so that the hotel and I can have a proper goodbye. Oh no, he got stuck in the hotel forever! He's dead in the hotel! And now there's gunk coming out of his head. They make it through a couple more rooms, pick up the B-side cassette, and finally reach the presidential suite. So, what do you think? It's, beautiful. So, can I get on the roof from here? You imbecile, you're losing her! Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Valued guests such as yourself stay in our finest accommodations at half price. What's the price? I also don't think I have any money. Oh, please, Miss Madeline. Please stay. Evil Madeline! Whoa! What's going on? Madeline, sweetie, forget this loser. Loser? You're in denial, old man. This resort is a dump. No one would ever stay here. Someone had to say it. She doesn't mean that. I'm very busy. But please leave, Miss Madeline. Come on, Miss Madeline. You heard the man. Where would you be without me? What is that? So is it like our anxiety? I feel bad. Why would she say my beautiful hotel is a dump? Aww. I thought we'd never get rid of him. You owe me one. Add it to the list. Leave me alone. I thought you were so determined to keep climbing. Now, all of a sudden, you're some weirdo's therapist? Why won't you go away? Are they gonna kiss? Oh, Miss Madeline, before you go, I need to ask you one question. Why would you be so nice to me, only to run away? What did I do wrong? Oh, give it a break. You still don't get it. She only helps people to feed her twisted ego. She never cared about you. Shut up. You're both pathetic. Oh no, are we gonna make it evil, Mr. Oshiro? Pathetic. You only came here to humiliate me. I won't grovel at your feet any longer. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Poor Mr. Oshiro, I feel bad now. Yes, the part of us' brash words has turned Mr. Oshiro completely berserk. While he mostly serves to gun down the center of the screen and rack up the death counter, we can also use him to our advantage, as if you time your jump right, you can actually jump and boost off of it. This helps me get some otherwise unobtainable strawberries. After running away from Mr. Oshiro for a few more fairly challenging screens, we reach the end of the hotel. Mr. Oshiro, stop! Oh my god! I just wanted to help! Oh my god, bro's not hearing. What the heck? Oh my god! Did he just destroy his entire hotel? Please, just leave me alone. Oh no! Poor Mr. Oshiro. We were awful to him. It was our evil side. And with the Celestial Hotel now permanently closed, we shut the door on Chapter 3. And while a normal player could just gleefully move on to what will be the magic of Chapter 4, we've still got lots of time stuck in this annoying hotel. Luckily, I managed to get all but 3 strawberries in this chapter. But unluckily, while I could knock out the first 2 strawberries no problem, because of the location of the final one, I would need to play through the entirety of the longest section of the level again, the organizing block. Did I mention I died more in this chapter's A side than the B sides of the previous 2 levels? So after around 30 minutes, I make it through the level again, grab the last cherry, as well as the fairly obvious crystal heart I missed. Speaking of crystal hearts, I realized I missed the one in chapter 2, so I gotta head back there. This one's a bit tricky though. If you go to the final section after Madeline is woken up, and then follow the path up these blocks, you can actually see the level's heart, except it's trapped inside a prison of bricks. There's no way to get inside, but there's a book nearby to give you a hint. An apparition not of this world, but because of it lurking at a frame. Awake, my heart is a fortress. In dreams, I am vulnerable. Okay, so we have to go back to the dreams part. But back in the dream world, the path's entrance is completely blocked off. In order to get up there, we'd need to go up the back way. But there's no path up, so what gives? Well, here we need to use the section of the poem, Lurking at a Frame, and use the dash screen reset trick we learned back in Chapter 3. Whoa. That's really cool. I can use this trick to climb all the way up the backside and grab the crystal heart. With all that out of the way, it was time to move on to an evil that I had been putting off for as long as I could. The horror that is Chapter 3 B-side. My second least favorite B-side in the entire game. This is the first jump of the level! And I've died 30 times! Yeah, not starting out great. Like I said earlier, my main beef with this level is just that it isn't very fun. I think Celeste is at its most fun when you just feel very fluid. Like your muscle memory can just take over and you can blast through the level. The problem with Chapter 3's main mechanics is that it makes you feel like you are not even the problem. The whole chapter you're waiting on these infuriating black blobs to move and really just playing on their timer. Like, look at this room right here. Most of the time, I'm just sitting and waiting for the blobs to move into a certain pattern. It's extremely boring, and that waiting plays into another huge factor that massively ups the difficulty of this game, climbing time. You see, while Madeline is able to climb up a flat surface, she gets tired pretty quickly, which means you only have a couple consistent seconds to hold the climb. While this has been slightly annoying, but mostly fine up until now, in a level where you are constantly having to work around the schedule of these stupid black blobs, this stamina results in so many unnecessary deaths. This makes for really just the entire chapter feeling completely agonizing. But you're probably thinking, oh well, this B-side just sounds more annoying than anything else. At least it's not mind-numbingly difficult. Despite being so early in the game, 3 B still had the 5th most deaths in the entire game. And how could it not be? You got gauntlets of weaving wall jumps through this stupid black goo, this endless room of perfectly timed dashes, spaghetti walls that give you no room to maneuver, and whatever this is. That wall jump room in particular caused me so much pain, with the room taking a full 30 minutes to complete. But one room stood far above any other in the entire chapter. One room that contributed to over half of the deaths in this entire level. A room that was so difficult, it transcends Shawnee's 20 rooms of misery. Straight to Satan's 4 rooms of pure torture. The half-wall gauntlet. I don't like this one. No, I had no more clown juice. I actually hate this. So what's so hard about this room? Well, firstly, there's no solid platforms nor green squares, meaning that for the entire room, not only do you get one single dash, meaning you have to do all of it without a dash, it also means that your climbing time is never reset. But don't even bother worrying about that, because if your timing is even a few frames off, you're just gonna die to this first black blob anyway. Over and over and over and over again. It's literally just 6 jumps, and yet it takes me attempt after attempt after attempt. Around 40 minutes into trying this room, something very strange happened. See, you'd expect after that long of trying a single room, I'd start raging or get mad, but no. Fair enough. The complete absurdity of this room had broken my mind to such an extent, I had begun to accept it as normal. And all at once, I finally understood the point of this game. Just like Madeline already is, this game strives to emotionally break you as a person, so that you question reality and find it hard to go on for even a moment longer, so that you can mirror her head state. I actually think this game is giving me depression. Yes! 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 This is the worst room in the entire game. Oh my god, that was torture! Yes, after a full hour of attempting that room, I was finally out. The rest of this level is still extremely difficult, but nothing even close to the caliber of the half-wall gauntlet. This room here, where you have to string together dashes in rapid succession, was actually pretty fun. After dealing with Mr. Oshiro outside, I head back through the roof and see those godforsaken music blocks again, meaning we're at the end. This room is tricky, but nothing compared to what we've overcome. So after grabbing all the keys... Yes! 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 That was pure torture. That was so hard. That was so hard, man. Oh my god, it's still going. Oh my god, it's still going. 1,300 deaths. But despite my rather embarrassing total death count, it was time to finally move on to one of my favorite worlds in all Celeste, Chapter 4, the Golden Ridge. And immediately, we're introduced to one of the level's central mechanics. Oh, it's bouncy. Yes, these little clouds give you a big jump boost when jumped on properly, which I'm clearly failing to do here. The very next screen also introduces this chapter's other main mechanic, bubbles. Upon jumping into a bubble, you'll launch yourself in whatever direction you hold the joystick. Additionally, even if you enter the bubble dash list, you're given one upon leaving the bubble. But before we have time to digest that, we bump into a familiar face. Oh great, you again. Well, I didn't expect to see you up here. I'm glad you're still... Wait, how did Granny get up here? You must not have gone up the B-side, woman. I see you've made it through the hotel. Did you meet Mr. Oshiro? Oh, I met him all right. He chased me out of there. I mean, you were quite rude to him first. Oh, that sounds like a fun morning. Oshiro's a lost soul, dear. That place is much more than a hotel to him. Don't make him your project. You know what I think? I think that this mountain drove both of you crazy. Maybe you're right. How would I know if I were crazy? That's a good point. The way I see it, the mountain can't bring out anything that isn't already in you. Oh, so that's like our dark version. What are you even talking about? You're saying that you're messed up, man. You got a crazy chick living inside you. Are you ready to give up? I know a shortcut back to your car. No. Dude, I just beat World 3 B-side. I'm not giving up now. Back off, lady. I'm heading for the summit. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between stubbornness and determination, isn't it? You remind me of myself when I was young. The mountain shows you who you really are, whether you're ready for it or not. Is that why the bad version's inside of us? That's like our real version? We have to accept that aspect of us? Is that a Canadian flag? This is in Canada? Ew. Having now annoyed a good 12% of my audience, it was time to tackle the rest of this level. And like I mentioned earlier, I really like Chapter 4. Bubbles are extremely satisfying to dash between, and when you get good at stringing them together, you feel like just a god. Now, this is by no means to say that this level is easy. I bet that pink one jumps you really far. Oh, nope, it means it's disappearing. Of course, of course. The third central mechanic of this chapter is wind. Wind, obviously, pushes you in a certain direction, which makes you slower, faster, or even floatier, depending on the direction. The level's final mechanics are these moving blocks that activate once you land on them. Some of them can even be controlled. I know that sounds like a lot of mechanics to be combined in a single chapter, but trust me, all of them are super simple to grasp and flow together beautifully. And speaking of, this level looks just absolutely gorgeous. The pink bricks contrasted with the blue crystals and that orange background just make every single screen feel like you're jumping through a painting. About midway through the level, I find this secret passageway that leads to the crystal heart. Once again, we're not even close to reaching it, and the only hint towards how to get it is this block at the bottom. You can jump through these blocks. Cool, it's like Super Mario. And this Mario block is supposed to signal something to you, but since I'm not, 1,000 years old, this meant nothing to me. Instead, the developers put another hint in here for the simple-minded zoomer like me. Wait, look. There's a little crouching girl here. I fell behind the platform. Look, I'm in the background now. Whoa. Now able to use the much higher background platforms, I can run up and grab this chapter's crystal heart. Further in, I'm able to collect the achievements for collecting 80 strawberries, which is actually just a little under half of the total strawberries in the game. Maybe we're actually getting close to the end. Currently, we are on hour 11 of 108. The rest of this level really isn't all that notable, just satisfying to pull off. Except this strawberry. I hate this strawberry. As you reach the top though, something strange starts happening. What is that? What the heck is that? Does that kill you? It does. Who's shooting cannonballs? I still to this day have no idea what this was supposed to be, both in the level and lore-wise. The game introduces random, self-firing cannonballs for 3 screens, and then never talks about them again. Okay, I guess. Finally, a few more bubbles later, and I had made it to the top of this section. Madeline, wait up. That's Theo. Hey, what's up, man? Our guy. Oh my god, such silly hijinks. Nailed it. A gondola. I've always wanted to ride one of these. It looks pretty old, but maybe it still works. Oh, is this gonna be like a little date sort of scene? This lever looks important. Whoa! Oh my god. Ah! Dude, this is sketchy. Easy every time. Do you think this thing is safe? Definitely not. There's no cage or anything. I'm sure it's fine. How'd it shake out with Oshiro? You were right. I shouldn't have tried to help him. I mean, I don't think that was the takeaway there. Okay, so if we don't get a selfie on this thing, we're gonna regret it. Oh my god. Oh, evil Madeline. What was that? Huh, looks like we stalled out. Uh-oh. This is really bad. Maybe if I... Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, we're done. We're cooked. Well, that's not good. You think? What's going on? No. No, this really isn't good. Oh, we're having a panic attack, right? I saw Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Madeline, you cool? No, I'm not cool. I can't breathe. You're having a panic attack. Yeah, that's what I said. Why would you think it's a good idea to ride this stupid thing? Oh my god. It was your idea too. Come on, don't take this out on me. Stay with me here. My grandpa taught me a trick for this. Close your eyes. Picture a feather floating in front of you. See it? Okay, my controller's rumbling like crazy. Your breathing keeps that feather floating. Just breathe slow and steady in and out. I have to get the feather inside the box. Oh my god, this is panic attack gameplay. Here, you have to calm Madeline down by keeping the feather inside this little box. After a while, slowly but surely, the sounds begin to fade away and Madeline starts calming herself down. And the cable car started working. See? Easy every time. Feeling any better? I think so. Thanks for helping me calm down. How did you know we start moving again? Oh, I totally thought we were done for. Beep boop boop. How do you have service up here? Oh my god. Look at this selfie though. Oh my god, we're probably freaking the freak out. That's pretty funny. Okay, you know what? Maybe Theo, you're not a jerk. And I finished this level with 326 deaths. Now you're probably confused because on the screen it says I only died 219 times. Actually, you're probably not that confused because you have this video minimized on your second monitor as a podcast and haven't looked at the screen once the entire video. In fact, I could say whatever I want is happening on screen right now and you'd have to believe me. Look, it's Renamon in a bikini. Did you actually alt-tab for that? And the reason in the 108 death discrepancy was less the strawberries left in this level and more actually getting to it, as all of my needed strawberries were at the end of a subchapter. That being said, this final strawberry isn't exactly a walk in the park either. The wind in this room fades in and out, so you have to time your movement so the wind pushes you and pulls you at different times, which gives me a fair bit of trouble. But after around 10 minutes of attempts, I managed to grab the level's last strawberry. And you know what that means. Now, Chapter 4's B-side is a little different than the B-sides that came before it. While the previous B-sides were filled mostly with rooms that were challenging, yes, but with concentration could be finished in like 5 minutes. Then there would be like 1 to 3 outlier rooms that were super hard, like the half-wall gauntlet. I hate you so much. But Chapter B goes goes for a different approach. Instead of having a few impossibly hard outlier rooms, instead 4B just has a bunch of like pretty hard rooms that take like 20 minutes. The rooms here are also a lot longer in this chapter. For comparison, 3B and 4B both took me around 2.5 hours, but 3B had 600 more deaths. So while the death count would make you think that this level was a lot easier, in reality the deaths were just way more heartbreaking. No! God dang it! God dang it! God dang it! God dang it! I hate the clouds. Oh, go. Whee! Go! Up into the right dash, up into the right, left! No! For standout rooms on this B-side, there's a group of 6 that took me an hour and a half total, most of which just involve some really quick bubble play. I'd like to talk about 2 rooms that weren't particularly harder than the other ones in this group, like they won't be going to the rooms of misery. I just did hate them. The first room revolves around carrying this block all the way to the top of the screen, which is very far. Now, maneuvering the block actually isn't the hard part. The hard part comes at the end when you need to jump off the block and do 2 cloud jumps and then move this block out of the way. Beating your own block to the top had me fail time and time again, just being seconds away from clearing it. The second notable room is this one with a bunch of pink clouds that you need to bounce off of in rapid succession. Only catch is that because of the position of these spikes, some of these clouds you'll need to bounce off of, and some you'll just need to ever so lightly touch to reset your dash. Otherwise, you go flying into spikes. This is truly just a game of muscle memory, and I resent the Celeste devs for making me memorize this. Yes! Nice. Not the blocks. Wait, doesn't the blocks mean that we're almost done? That's usually what the blocks mean. Yes, past Shawnee, after a full 2.5 hours and 818 deaths, World 4B had been conquered. But after that, I've actually got some really good news, as the next 3 levels have some of the lowest death counts in the entire game. Truly, levels 5A, 5B, and 6A all have death counts comparable to some of the first worlds in this game. So we're in for a much-needed break in Chapter 5 with the Mirror Temple. The level picks up right where Chapter 4 had left off, with us walking around with Theo. We reach a scary-looking temple, and while Madeline is too frightened to go in, Theo rushes on ahead to get some cool photos of the temple for his Instapics followers. I would say that it's bad to do something dangerous for the sake of social media attention. And then I remembered I played this game for 108 hours for you depraved souls. Before heading into the temple, if we head back out towards the gondola, there's a secret strawberry waiting for us. Back inside the temple, we're introduced to the level's first gimmick, dash blocks. Dash blocks are similar to the traffic blocks, except they're triggered by dashing. And not just dashing on them, just as long as you dash, every single dash block in the room will activate. Uh-oh, this is Theo's phone. Oh my god. Don't panic, Madeline. Maybe it just fell out of his pocket. I'll give it back to him when I find him. Is he like a mirror version or something like that? Why was he by the mirror? Weird. Okay. With the new goal of finding Theo, I head deeper into the temple where we're introduced to the level's other gimmick, red bubbles. These are similar to the bubbles from the last world, only these will continue moving forever, as opposed to the ones from the last level that will only move a set distance. This lends itself to fun little puzzles like this strawberry here. This level's also a lot less linear than the previous chapters. Usually, you'll be plopped into the middle of a wide open room and then have to use the red bubbles to discover all the different strawberry paths. There's also these switches that I'm like 99% sure use the same sound asset as PO3 does in Inscription. Can someone get on this? There's a ton of strawberries to grab in this area, and after picking them all up, I inch further into the temple where the cheery atmosphere is soon swamped out for one that's a little bit more unsettling. Theo, what happened? He's in the mirror realm. Whoa, is he just a mirror? Theo, there you are. Madeline, hey. Why are you inside a mirror? Pretty sure you're the one in the mirror. What happened? Well, I was just taking a nonchalant mirror selfie. You know, it's your boy Theo in the ancient temple, no big deal. Hashtag bless. Next thing I know, I wake up lying on the ground. Wait, something's coming. I'm feeling a strong inclination to run away. Be careful, okay? Uh-oh, but he still had no mirror version. Theo is making me sus. So in case that was confusing, my current theory is that because Theo was on the mirrored side, similar to how Madeline was, that he's evil in some way. A prediction that's either going to make me look like a galaxy-brained, six-headed genius, or an absolute moron. As we head further in, the imagery becomes creepier and grotesque, displaying statues of weird beholder-like creatures and other demon imagery. There's also these candles we can light by walking by them. They don't do anything, but hey, don't they just look neat? While this level is, for the most part, pretty easy, there's still a few strawberries that get the best of me. What the heck? Okay, gotta go shoop. Okay, then you go drop. Shoop. What the heck? Then you go... Huh. I'm not sure what to do here. Wait, I think I see it. I think it's like... Shoop. Nope. Maybe you have to like make it over there in time, like... Oh, that was simple. I pick up a couple more strawberries as well as this level's cassette tape and then use this key I found to move on to the next area. Here I uncover a giant broken mirror and upon staring into it, I'm sucked into the portal dimension. What the heck happened to my legs? What is all this? Ew, I've been seeing that guy everywhere. What the heck is that? Some goopy goppy. Oh, I'm him? Oh, I'm playing as this guy right now. What? Oh, why am I a giant poison octopus. What is going on? What's going on with my mouth? Did I, like, see myself or something? What's going on? Can I not go through this? No, okay. Wait, I killed me. After killing myself playing as the octopus, I'm transported to a version of the temple that looks much more corrupt. The luscious green vines now turned red. And since this is the mirror realm, who else is waiting there but... Oh, it's you again. Did she do all this? What? Hey, where are we? What did you do to Theo? You think I'm doing this? That's cute. Sweetheart, this is exactly what I warned you about. What do you mean? I mean, we didn't really do anything. Don't you try to make this my fault. You still don't get it? The mountain gave me this body. But I'm not the only creepy thing living in that messed up head of yours. Don't like what you see? What a surprise. Shut up! I don't believe you. If you're part of me, why do you want to hurt me? Poor Madeline. Always the victim. All I do is babysit you, and you hate me for it. What? If you care so much about protecting me, why don't you just explain what's going on? Yeah, I kind of want to know what's going on, too. Like you would have listened. It's like our anxiety. I feel like... I don't know. There's something here. Like her not being evil or something like that. You never gave me a chance. I mean, I'm down to hear you out, girl. Please, please help me get out of here. Now you want me to save you. Why are you doing this? Just be on my side here, please. Stop trying to make me feel like a monster. You really want to know why I won't help? Because you deserve this. Huh? What did we do? Still think you can climb this mountain? Shut up! I don't need your help. I'll do this alone. Oh, there's a lot of tentacles all around. Is it still an option to get her help? I know that wasn't like the preferred option, but... Oh, that guy came to life! Oh, okay, that guy comes to life. Cool. Good to know. Awesome. So from my limited understanding, what Madeline and this level are trying to say is that the mirror realm reflects Madeline's inner thoughts. Despite the lies she tells herself, her mind is filled with corruption. Not like evil thoughts or anything, just emotional problems that need to be addressed. The longer Madeline pushes them to the side, the more rotten they become. That's why we played as this poison octopus thing. That's just another version of Madeline that she needs to accept. Also, I'm like 90% sure at this point that Hornet is void. If this is all in my head, why is it so hostile? These things are hunting me. I'm a trespasser in my own world. This is all coming from inside me. Get up, Madeline. You can save Theo. Aww. By taking this little bubble up, we reach another wide open section similar to the beginning of this level. By taking the different pathways around the room, you can get one of several keys you need in order to unlock these boxes in the middle of the room. But if we investigate over by the top of the room... Theo, thank God. Oh, Theo's stuck in the crystal. I didn't even see him there. Madeline, wow, am I happy to see you. I'm so embarrassed that you have to see this side of me. But is it just... her mind that's rebelling? Because like something was coming after him too, right? Don't act like this is all on you. Sure, those monsters are coming for you, but this temple is shaping itself around me too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Madeline proceeds to promise to find a way around and save Theo. If you talk to him again though, if the temple is showing me who I really am, then I deserve this, don't I? Alex. Alex? Who the heck is Alex? Alex, you have to stop being so hard on yourself. What? Who's Alex? That's what I'm wondering. Sorry, I meant Madeline. What? What does that mean? Theo, I'm not trusting you right now. You're mistaking me for other people. I grab another key, which then clears the path for the bubble to make its way through the room and onto the next section. Unfortunately, though, I need another key to grab this strawberry, and because of the tentacles, I have no way of going back, which means I get to redo this entire section later. Yay! I make my way around until I finally make it back to Theo. Theo, I finally found you. I knew you'd make it. Are those monsters really coming from inside me? Madeline, that's a valid question. I'd be happy to discuss how the monsters relate to your inner self. But right now, my inner self is really sick of being stuck in this crystal. Oh, right. Don't worry. I'll break you out. Well, this is a solid start, but this crystal is like an expression of my negative psychic energy or whatever. If I knew why I trapped myself in this thing, maybe I could bust out. But I don't. And I don't think I can get to the bottom of it while we're stuck in this nightmarish dimension. I hate to say it, but you might have to... Theo, don't even think about that. I'm not leaving you behind. Hell no, you better not leave me in this place. I was gonna say you might have to carry me. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Yes, for the rest of this level, we'll have to carry Theo's crystal around. You can't dash while holding him, but you can throw him and then come back. He even gives some of his colorful commentary on our situation. Crushing it, that door didn't stand a chance. Uh-oh, I hope you know how to deal with these things. Clearly I do not. The main obstacle of this section are those little poison octopi, which I learned a fun little quirk about. If you jump on their head, they'll dissolve into this little bat-looking thing. I learned here if you stand next to the bat-looking thing while they're reforming... Run, 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 run. Oh, it boosted me. Oh, it can boost me in the air. Oh my god, I'm already imagining what the B-side is going to be like. I really like the puzzle in this room where you need to throw Theo's crystal directly into these red spikes onto the dash block and then run around the other side to get him. But everything culminates in the final hallway of the temple. What's going on? Ah, getting energy waved backwards. What the heck? My mind is unfurling. What's going on? What? Throw the crystal into the eye. Is that the solution? It was. Theo, what was your deal? What's with you and eyes? Followers, eyes, people who have eyes on your work. Oh, that was the end of chapter 5. Nice. Fortunately, though, that's not the end for us, as I missed a lot of strawberries in this level. In case you hadn't realized yet, probably 70% of my deaths in these A-sides are dedicated to trying to grab these godforsaken berries. But luckily, the ones in this level are not all too difficult. I do have to do the annoying task of playing through the entire dark section of the level again to get that extra key, but it doesn't take me more than 20 minutes. But with the main level completed, it was time to move on to the B-side. And like I said earlier, this will actually be my B-side with the least overall deaths, taking me just under an hour. Something that will be painfully ironic later in the video. This chapter is split up into 2 halves, the regular temple and the mirror dimension. The first half, I don't know if this part was just really easy or maybe could it be possible? Could I actually be getting better at this game? Is it real? Or perhaps this game is letting me build my confidence up just so that I can shatter it on the very next level for story purposes. But I managed to get through the first half of the B-side in just 15 minutes, completing a ton of the rooms on my very first try. I'd like to take a second here to shout out the red bubbles here too. They are really fun to jet between and similar to the blue ones, make you feel like a god gamer when you can string them together. But after banging through there for a bit, I make it to the mirror realm again. Things here are definitely a bump in difficulty, but still none of it even comes close to the B-side of something like 3 or 4. Well, except this room. This room sucks. Basically, it's these 3 sub-rooms strung together, each with poison octopuses, which, yes, is the correct form of the word stop the octopi campaign now. This room probably wouldn't be all that hard, but the combination of having to lug Theo's crystal around, combined with the octopuses randomly charging at you, makes this room annoying enough to earn its spot as the 4th room in Shawnee's 20 Rooms of Misery. The final room of this section combines Theo's crystal with the magic music blocks, which I'm able to beat surprisingly quick. Oh my god, I got it on my second try! Yes! 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 Oh my god, that was definitely the easiest B-side so far. With only 320 deaths, it was time to move on to chapter 6, which is just called Reflection. But you know, in a game about a demonic evil version of us that appeared out of a mirror, doesn't exactly bode well. It's impossible to outrun your own reflection. What the heck does that mean? How's that a game tip? Oh wow, this one's picking up right where the last one left off. Theo, you're awake. I had a messed up nightmare. Dude, that was not a nightmare. Wait. Oh, yep, it's all coming back to me now. Oh god, that actually happened. Thanks for getting us out of there. I'm glad we were in it together. I don't know if I could have done that alone. How long was I out for? What's really... Wait, what? Am I playing as Theo? But yes, what follows is an extremely long conversation between Theo and Madeline where you actually get to pick what dialogue options they say to each other. Of course, me being the completionist, I mean the finishedist, I went and read every dialogue line, so let me explain to you the basic points. Theo asks what's going on here, and Madeline finally reveals to Theo that the mountain made a part of Madeline real that she isn't proud of. Madeline proceeds to blame that part of her for all the issues she's faced on the mountain, like her conflict with Mr. Oshiro, the gondola stalling out, and even the reason the temple got so messed up. Theo tells Madeline that she didn't need to hide that from him, and anything she needs to talk about, she can always tell him, which is actually quite sweet. Madeline asks Theo why he finds it so easy to trust her, and he tells her that it's because she reminds him a lot of his little sister Alex, hence why he got their names confused in the temple. Which laid to rest my biggest current theory about this game. In reality, Theo's just kind of a goofy guy. Theo really admires his sister Alex and says that her and Madeline both live so deep inside their own heads, but have incredibly strong internal compasses that strive them to accomplish anything they put their mind to. Madeline asks Theo why he wanted to climb this mountain in the first place, and he tells her that he just started a new job in Seattle, but after just 1 week, he hated it. His grandpa always told him about the power of this mountain, so he decided to quit his job and head to the mountain. Theo returns the question and asks Madeline why she's climbing the mountain, and she reveals that she has depression and anxiety. Despite her job being amazing, she feels stuck in her head and can't stop thinking about dumb crap that doesn't even matter. She's never spoken to anyone about this, so even just talking to Theo makes her feel a lot better. Oh my god, this is kind of a bold question. Would you mind talking about what depression is like? Jesus. Alex struggles with it too. I really want to understand. It's like I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I can't see anything in any direction. It's claustrophobic, yet I feel exposed. I remember feeling normal, but now it feels just out of reach no matter what I try. I guess I thought that I could... I don't know. I'm just floating in this abyss, swimming in a random direction, hoping that I find something. That's really why I'm here. Jeez. But I can't escape myself. I'm literally fighting myself the entire way. Literally. Maybe this is all pointless. Look, you're a good person. You're a little intense. But you're a good person. I think you're just trying to push out of that rut you're stuck in. This part of you that's haunting you. Maybe she comes with the territory. So you think I'm stuck with her forever? Well, she's stuck with you too. So you want to destroy this part of you? Won't that hurt you too? It's true. If I don't, she's just gonna keep bullying me. She says she's protecting me, but that's obviously not true. Oh, it's one of these kind of stories. Okay. A lot just fell into place for me. Because you have to embrace your dark self. You know what? I want to remember this night. Let's take a selfie. I thought you'd never ask. Aw, cute. You know, despite everything, I feel pretty good right now. Wait a second. You're gonna reach the summit tomorrow.
No way! Are you serious, Theo? We're almost done? We're almost at the top? I'm almost freed from this hellish landscape? Oh my god!
With literally the best news I could have ever imagined receiving, and Madeline actually feeling good for once, Theo and Madeline head to bed for the night. But Madeline doesn't manage to stay asleep for very long. Whoa. The Northern Lights. What is this? What the heck? What? Heck's that? The gold feather is a new power-up, and just like the feather technique that Theo taught us, allows Madeline to fly to new heights. Having acknowledged her depression and having escaped from the other part of her, Madeline feels like she can fly above straight to the top of the mountain, escaping her illnesses and finally achieving her goal of reaching the mountain's top. Maybe just finding a friend and having some laughs was all she needed to conquer her mind. But as we fly above all of the problems that held us back before, we're painfully reminded of the situation we're in. The music starts to contort as we remember all of our mind's corruption that we just can't seem to leave behind. If we were truly going to be free, we would have to confront that part of us.
What's going on?
Oh, it's evil Madeline. The Northern Lights are beautiful. Yeah, they are. Where are we? We need to talk. Okay. I finally understand who you are. You're not my true reflection. I'm not? You're everything I need to leave behind. You're cruel, paranoid, controlling. I don't think that's what Theo was saying at all. Why would you say that? No, it's okay. I understand now. I don't need you anymore. So you're just abandoning me? I'm setting you free. We'll both be so much happier. You're so stupid! Oh my god. You think you could just leave me behind? You think you can just blame everything on me? You think you're above me? You're so right. It's like blaming all your problems on like your mental illness, I guess, kind of. Oh my god. Answer me! Oh my god. Calm down, please. Calm down? Breathe, Madeline. Use the feather. You're going to think about a feather to stop me? Oh no, my feather. You are not above me, and you can't climb this mountain. It's about time you accept that. Uh-oh. Madeline, what's happening? Oh my god. Oh no, I'm not going to the summit tomorrow, I don't think. What the heck's going on? Oh no! What the heck? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's like all the way at the bottom. We have to go all the way up this? Oh my god. Having tried to deny our inner self, we haven't just fallen down from the summit, we're stuck in a hole further away than we've ever been. But forget about all that, look at this funny block! These blocks are known in the fandom as Kevin blocks, after Kevin Regami, who voices them. And despite how much I love that sound, I would soon grow to hate these little adorable blocks. The way the Kevin blocks work is if you dash into one of the sides, the block will rapidly fly in the direction you hit it. It can also be hit multiple times to really guide them along a path, similar to these blocks from Chapter 4. Chapter 6's other unique quirk is that it has absolutely no strawberries. I guess that's because Madeline is already very depressed. No, seriously, it's because this chapter is dealing with very heavy subject matter and didn't want to muddle that with collectibles. We use a combination of the Kevin blocks and the feather to fly our way out of the hole. The lack of strawberries make this level go much faster than most, and we're soon introduced to this chapter's final new mechanic, bumpers. Bumpers can be jumped on to, well, bump you, which also resets your dash. After some more easy rooms and a surprisingly tense golden feather section, we see a familiar face.
Franny, what are you doing here? Oh, hello again.
Of course you're here.
How'd you get all the way down there? Calling it quits, I see.
No, I fell. It's over.
That's probably for the best. The mountain doesn't pull any punches.
Yeah, I get it. I wasn't strong enough to climb your stupid mountain. You can laugh at me again if you want. I didn't mean actually laugh.
Sometimes you gotta know when to throw in the towel. You'll get over it.
You know what? I had a lot of time to think climbing out of this cave, and I'm already over it. That part of me was right. I can't do this. I'll just go into my sad life and be miserable forever. Wait, that's not what we're supposed to take from all this.
You clearly aren't over it.
Shut up, I know. I don't want to give up, but no matter how hard I try, she sabotages me every step of the way.
A lot of kids come here to climb this mountain only to give up. It's a shame that you fell. I was starting to think you'd make it.
What makes me so special? I'd never met someone so angry at themselves.
Honestly, I thought you'd reach the summit just to spite yourself. The girl you're talking about. It sounds like she's holding you back. Talk to her. Figure out why she's so scared.
You think she's scared? I guess I never thought of it that way. I don't know how to find her.
She's part of you, right? If you look for her, she won't take long to find. If we head over to the very next screen, we can see Madeline's tendrils overwhelming the space. Rather than attack us, as Madeline gets closer, the tendrils sheepishly back off. Granny was right. This part of us, more than anything, is just scared. Kind of messing this up, not gonna lie. World 6 has definitely been the easiest so far. Don't speak too soon. As we march towards the retreating tendrils of this Kevin block, eventually we find exactly what we're looking for. Looking for me? I thought you were done with me. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. You think you've got it all figured out. You think you don't need me. I said I'm sorry. We need to move past this. You expect me to trust you! You aren't innocent here either, but I know you're scared. Look, we're at rock bottom, literally. There's no point in fighting. I can keep digging. I can pull us down to the center of the earth. What would be the point? Let's climb out of here. Together. Oh, I knew it. I knew it was going to be one of those things. Friendship is magic. Come close to me and I'll make you regret it. Boss fight? Whoa. Whoa, she looks cool. Whoa. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's like we're kind of like the boss. I guess that makes sense if she's scared. Oh, and yeah, this is definitely the hardest part of the level. Madeline shoots all sorts of orbs and lasers at you, and it's your job to navigate the terrain, dash into her, and push her back. Dodging all of Madeline's attacks is actually pretty tough because sometimes she'll shoot right where you need to go. But as I blast through the rooms, I get more comfortable with her attack pattern. I get into a flow, dying less and less on each room. Madeline retreats deeper and deeper into the cave as fast as she can. Oh, I don't have my dash. No, it's okay. She gives me a dash. I forgot. Oh, I can use her. Propel me forward. That's the whole point of the game. I think. You're supposed to use the dark parts of you, accept them, or something. I don't know. It really is. I did you a favor. You aren't a mountain climber. No, we are. I'm just trying to help you. No, we are. We can climb the mountain. We've already climbed so far. Do you know how many B-sides I've done? None of this would have happened if you had just listened to me. Oh god. Madeline's rage makes the next section even harder, but somehow I've actually gotten good at this game in the 19 hours I've been playing it, until she hides in the longest cave yet. But the abundance of golden feathers allow me to push on forward, blasting towards her until... Yes, I just need to lock in. Oh, the music stopped. Oh my god, that was the last section, maybe. Aww. Hey, it's okay. Fine. You win. I guess you don't need me after all. If you want me to go away, I'll try. That's not what I want. I need your help now more than ever. Please, let's work together. Work together? You're joking, right? It's okay to be scared. Aww. Aww, that's so cute. They accepted each other. Oh, she's fading into us. Are we gonna have like half purple hair? Whoa. Aww. What happened? Whoa! Pink hair! Whoa, I was joking. Whoa, we have 2 jumps now! Oh, that is sick. Whoa, whoa, cool! Oh, she gave me a hug and a spin. Oh, she's our friend now. How did we do that? If we can climb like that, maybe we can still reach the summit. You still want to climb the mountain. Why should we go back up there? If her and I work together, we can still finish the climb. Wait, no. I didn't agree to this. You said we'd talk about things first. You're right. I understand that you're scared. But we both know that this is something we want to do. We have to try one last time. Okay, I'll try. Can I help? Dude, you fuse into us too and get 3 dashes. You already did so much for me. Let me hold your bag at least. Good idea. This won't take long. Chapter 6. Aw, cute. Now, even though there are no strawberries in Chapter 6, there are still some collectibles I missed. First, the cassette tape, which is hiding behind this wall you can break with the Kevin block. Seems like the developers gave us a bit of a break here, as the jumps here are super easy. Then, if we follow this path of hidden feathers into the main central room, we'll find the location of this crystal heart. But inside, there is no crystal heart, instead just a bunch of colored diamonds and weird symbols that look like the side of the TV remote in your house that no one knows the origin of. This is actually a pretty long puzzle that most Celeste fans will tell you is the toughest to solve in the entire game. But I'm proud to say I actually solved it 100% without looking up the solution. First, if you take a look at the colors on the wall, they're the exact same as the colors used in the crystal heart puzzle in Chapter 1. If we go ahead and perform that dash combo again, the first torch lights up. However, we've still got to get the other 3 torches on. I tried stumbling around for a good long while, trying a bunch of different things, until I randomly tried putting in the same dash combo, only in reverse. Miraculously, this works, and the 4th torch lights up. But now there's just 2 torches left, but these have icons to give us a hint. If you look at the first one, it looks like a mirror being displayed horizontally, so we need to mirror all of our horizontal movements. So left becomes right becomes up left, and so on. For the final torch, the mirror is now displaying vertically, so you do the same thing, only up now becomes down. Then down to the left. Yes!
Oh my god. I can't believe I got that without looking it up. Freaking nice, man. That feels good. That feels really good. With those collected, we finished Chapter 6 with just 152 deaths. To show just how low that is, not only is that the second lowest death count of any level in the game, but it's also half as many deaths as we took in the very first level. So with an A side that was such a breeze, this B side will surely follow, right? No! What? No! Oh! No! Dang it! Why would you do such a thing, Madeline? No! 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 And I got eviscerated by the shadow laser. The last pixel! No! I'm a psychopath. I'm crazy. Oh, why did you go up? Why would you do such a horrible thing? Chapter 6B was the B-side with the second most deaths of any B-side in the game. Yes, even more than Chapter 3B. If you thought Chapter 3 was bad, then boy, do I have a surprise for you, because Chapter 6B took me twice as long as that one did. That's right. 4 straight hours of pain. Chapter starts out with one of the easiest rooms in the level, and that still took me 10 freaking minutes. You gotta go bop, bop, mess up a little bit, wait for the Kevin block to adjust, bop, 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 and then fling yourself into the spike and die. Awesome. The fact that this first room, which is supposed to be a warm-up, was on the level of the medium-hard rooms in the other B-sides is when I realized that this was going to be an extremely, extremely bad time. And it was like that for nearly every single room in this chapter. Rooms that should be a piece of cake, taking me attempt after attempt as I try to string together rapid-fire feathers, frame-perfect Kevin slaps, or just the right angle bumper bounces. I mean, this room is literally just 3 bumpers, and it took me 9 minutes! None of those rooms could compare to the 3 rooms I'm placing inside of Shawnee's 20 rooms of misery. As these rooms collectively broke my spirit and made me feel lower than Madeline ever has in her entire freaking depressed life. First up, we've got the introduction of moving bumpers. Now, I haven't really touched on these guys much yet, but when you dash into them, they'll bump you in the exact opposite direction. While this sounds fine in theory, oftentimes in Celeste, you need the pixel-perfect correct direction. This doesn't usually give me much issue, as Madeline's dashes can only be performed in the 8 cardinal directions. However, bumpers don't have that restriction. They can push you wherever. This often results in you just being 7 degrees off, getting launched in the complete wrong direction, and having to start all over again. Combine this with the fact that bumpers are moving means you are bound to just get launched in the wrong direction time after time. The thing that helps me most in this room is learning that dashing right into a bumper is usually the best idea. That way you can secure the right angle you need to be launched at, and after 22 minutes of attempts... Okay. Yes! Yes! Oh, that screen sucked. Our next misery screen isn't nearly as complicated, but that didn't stop it from being a total pain in my behind. Basically, you're just falling and you need to keep picking up these dash refresh crystals to weave your way through the crystal maze. Not much to say on this one, as pretty much all the skill comes from reaction time and precise input. Still took me 18 minutes though. That is just half the time our final misery screen took me, coming in at a whopping 35 minutes. This screen combines all 3 elements of the level, having to use them in tandem to collect all the keys. But that's not the hard part. In fact, I got down the first 80% of this room in under 5 minutes. What makes this room so difficult is these 2 stupid Kevin blocks. I hate them so much. You need to keep these 2 skinny Kevin blocks in sync so that when you jump down from the first one, you can land on the second. The problem is that for the first one, you have like 2 seconds to jump around the block and hang on to the other side, and I just hate it so much. But with some good old-fashioned determination, I'm able to make it through the room. And now it's on to the battling section, which should be pretty short, right? I mean, I already talked about all of this chapter's misery rooms, right? No, you idiots! I was doing this thing called lying. I learned it from when you diphthongs commented on my video saying that a Celeste 100% video would actually be fun. Now, the battling section is actually harder than the first half, because now, not only do you have to do a bunch of extremely hard platforming, but you gotta deal with battling shooting a giant freaking death laser at you the entire time. Yeah, just go ahead and dash right into the mega super evil laser. First couple rooms go alright, bar a few standout moments. It's easy, just bop, bop, bop. No angles. Bop, bop, bop. Maybe some angles. But once we get into the latter half of this section, we get another 3 horrifying additions to the rooms of misery. Yes, 3 more. And they decided to start off with the worst of them. This room doesn't actually look all that hard, since for the most part, you just get to fly around with the golden feather. That's because I was withholding information from you on the feather, so that this moment right here would have more narrative weight. Yes, while our quilled friend here looks like you just get to zoom around the room, 2 factors actually make it pretty hard to control. Firstly, the feather is always moving. You can control its direction, but you have to be moving forward, which means you need to start steering it quick, or else you'll just ram into a wall. The second thing is that the controls on it are kind of floaty. Now, not to say that I dislike the feather or anything, but it is pretty tricky to use, especially in sections like this one where you need to rapidly cut corners. Go bottom. Go. Shoot. Okay. What do you mean? Why do you move in such a manner? Oh, I can't go backwards. What? It's freaking Super Mario Brothers 1? You can't go backwards? What the heck? Who made this game? No, that's the worst. If you get the final feather and then you choke, that feels like crap. No. Hit. Go around Tokyo. Hit. Go. Yes. Yes. Lucky for me, the next two misery rooms are not nearly as hard as that one. The first one just involves springboarding around these Kevin blocks. The main difficulty comes from the fact that you need to time your jumps off the block pretty exactly or else you'll just go flying. The second to last jump in particular really annoyed me because I kept just flying over this dash crystal. Finally, we've got another room that combines two of my least favorite parts of this world. Precision with the golden feather and launching yourself into the bumpers. This one took me 21 minutes, most of which were just caused by me ever so slightly messing up the bumper angle. Boom. Yes! Oh, yes! Yes, those stupid blocks! Oh, how I longed for these stupid blocks. There's nothing more freaking satisfying than seeing these guys. There it is. Yes! Screw you, Chapter 6 B-side. Oh my god, I think it's the most I've died in a level. Holy crap. Oh my god, how many times did I die? 1476. That would make that the hardest B-side yet. And it will go down as the hardest B-side in the entire game. Alright, I'm not even gonna make that joke. Not one single person here believes that this game won't just be getting harder and harder from here. In fact, we're currently on hour 23 of 108. But now is on to the final chapter of the game, Chapter 7, The Summit. This game's really gonna end on Chapter 7? Whoa! Cool art. Oh my god, my cool new pink hair, I forgot. I've been in B-side hell for so long. Oh my god, the double jumps are so cool. Before we get into this chapter, I just want to note the music in this level is freaking gas. I love that I can... Now, as you may recall, before we entered the Forsaken Land that is 6B, Madeline fell all the way down the mountain back to the bottom. And while most games would have just been a cute little cutscene where Madeline climbs back through all the areas she's already been, Celeste is actually getting me to try to 100% my life insurance policy. So instead, the devs have created a little highlight compilation where you go through new, shorter remix versions of every single world. This results in an A-side that takes me longer than any B-side in the game thus far. Oh yeah, we've barely even started, brother. Now, the bright side of all this is that having two dashes is really fun. Being able to chain together your dashes and glide through the air invokes the same feeling I was talking about in Chapter 4. You just feel like a limitless god blasting through the mountain. I hate to use a cliched phrase, but it really makes you feel that just like Madeline, you have also learned how to climb the mountain. That your arduous journey up here and having hit your lowest low has taught you all so much. I can do this. I can actually reach the summit. I have a feeling that this is not going to be the last world, and this is all just like trying to make me feel like a god gamer, and then the next world's going to be like, you suck. How are you feeling? I'm fine. I'm just waiting for something to go wrong. Yeah, that's what I just said. No matter what happens, I'll be right there with you. You know what's really scary? I'm starting to believe you. World 2 is one of my favorites in the game, so blasting through the astral blocks again feels amazing. Even this room that's meant to remind you of one of my misery rooms was actually pretty fun this time around. Nice job back there. Look at you. There's positivity over here. You're so supportive. Don't push your luck. Oh god, not this again. Oh, no, not the last one. I hated this stuff then, I hate it now. Yes, this momentum comes to a jarring halt once we return to my least favorite world, Chapter 3. And I know I'm flying through all of these, but each section is usually like 30 to 40 minutes each. So we've got a long time to slog through this one. And not much has changed, as even with our double dash, I still despise the mechanics of this world. There's also more strawberries in this chapter than any other in the game, sitting at a whopping 47, so I need to take tons of times to stop off in the main path and pick those up. This section also contains this chapter's cassette tape, which I can't even begin to think about right now, as well as a new type of collectible. Oh, what is the giant gold gem? What the frick is that? What is the giant gold gem, huh? Is this the crystal heart? What was that? What the heck? What did I just get? I try not to think about whatever that was for now and dash on to the next section. I hope Mr. Oshiro's okay. Me too. We haven't seen him in a while. Why? He treated you like garbage. Yeah, but I still care about him. And you didn't have to snap at him like you did. Whatever. I mean it. You're way too aggressive. Well, you put too much energy into bad people who'll just end up hurting you. Damn. Mr. Oshiro isn't a bad person. He isn't. He seemed pretty nice, actually. He transformed into a monster. You're kind of a monster. So did you. So did you. And now you're defending him? You shot a giant laser at me.
I'm not defending him. I'm on your side here. I'm mad at him too. I might still be in that hotel if you hadn't forced the issue. But I still hope he's alright. Okay. I'm sorry for snapping at Mr. Oshiro. Aw, thanks. It's in the past now. We've reached the 2,000 meter mark in the serene bliss that is Chapter 4. Almost immediately, though, I run into this hidden screen that's incredibly strange. I mean, there's obviously a reason this screen exists, but there doesn't seem to be any path to actually go to. The only thing here that kind of looks like there's a path is this little alcove here, but there's no way you could reach that on your own. I even try using the dash screen exploit from Chapter 2, but no luck. Eventually, I realized that you can enter the side part by going through this hidden down entrance, which is awesome, but now what? Now there doesn't really seem to be anywhere to go. But then I remember all that this mountain has taught me, and sometimes you just need to take a leap of faith. And thankfully, that leap pays off, and I discover a completely new area. This area is pretty tough and requires some masterly timed dashes, but after a few attempts, I'm able to make it through, and... Oh, nice! What is this? What are these freaking gem things I keep getting? Oh, yeah, thanks for the giant... Oh, I thought it was just a sign. I was like, how rude! But no, it was a block, never mind. Forgot that was a mechanic. With our second gem collected, I make my way through the rest of the level and wonder again about these random cannonballs that still haven't been explained. The sections are definitely getting longer, with this one alone clocking in at 45 minutes. None of the rooms are bad enough to earn a misery spot, but there's just so many that take a good amount of time. But with that, we made it on to the next checkpoint. That was a close one. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we'd make it. Maybe you were right. Maybe this is too dangerous. No, I was wrong. We can climb. The defense is wrong. We can climb this mountain. I've got your back, and... I believe in you. Aw, that means a lot to me. Aw, she's coming to terms with herself. Now it's on to Chapter 5, and thankfully I've learned by now that when you see a red bubble, you gotta check every single direction, because 99% of the time, it's holding a secret. Ha! And that is why I check. But after grabbing that strawberry, it's time to head back into the temple. This section features a lot of rooms that aren't necessarily the hardest, but just genuinely confused me. What? What? How are you supposed to do that? Yeah, it turns out the solution is up dash, go wait, jump but don't dash over the spikes, up dash at the last second, grab onto the dash block, wait, fall holding right, barely make it into the bubble, dash up at the bubble at the last second, and then use your final dash to make it to the wall. And this is one of the least complicated rooms. Thankfully, this section is not nearly long as the previous, only taking me around 20 minutes. And even though this is only Chapter 5, it's the second to last section, since it wouldn't really make sense to go through the Chapter 6 section since it's at the bottom of the mountain. Which means after this checkpoint, it was on to the final section of this excruciatingly long level. This is it, the home stretch. We're so close. We're gonna make it. Yeah. What's wrong? I'm sorry. I was holding you back. I need to learn to trust you. It's not your fault. I tried to leave you behind. And honestly, I've been trying to leave you behind my entire life. I'm sorry. I wish I tried to understand you sooner. I was too proud or stubborn or something. You wasted so much time and energy. I'm glad the mountain brought you out. I think we can move past this. If we climb this mountain together, we can do anything. What if we don't make it? I'd be okay with that. I would not be. I put freaking 25 hours into this game already. If I don't see the summit of that mountain, I'm gonna blow a gasket. I'm just glad we're trying. I really need to do this. I'm finally starting to understand why. Let's finish it. Oh yeah. This is all new, I think. We had finally made it. The last leg of the mountain. The true summit of Mount Celeste. Oh my god, this feels so triumphant. 28. What does that mean? Am I about to hit the summit? Yes, as opposed to having regular checkpoints, the true Chapter 7 has several flags as we inch closer and closer to the top of the mountain. I also find a secret room that holds the crystal heart. Upon entering, the 3 gems I managed to collect explode, but apparently there's one in each section of this level, meaning I missed 3 gems and have to come back later. But that's a problem for future Shawnee, as right now, I'm gonna finally reach that summit. I can do this! Yes, I can make it to the peak! Come on! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, we're getting so close! Yes. I am Celeste! Or something. I think I might have gotten the wrong message from this game. And the flags fly past. 24, 21. I don't think this is really that hard, but it feels really good. 15, 13, 10, 9, 7. Until we finally made it to our final stretch. Boom, 7. I'm gonna hit the peak! I'm gonna do it! Holy crap! Is that really the end of this game? That's it? Oh my god, that would be amazing. Yes, focus on the feather. Relax. Come on. Yes! 5? We're so close! Okay, we're not as close as I thought. And then it's just one more B-side and we're over. Oh my god. What the freak? You gotta go bing, bang, boom, boom, jump off, fly, hit. Oh my god. Oh, okay. No, it's actually, you know what? It's actually a lot I have to get through before I'm done. Oh, you know what? It's actually so much. Let's do it. The summit isn't within reach. It's within reach, guys. Nice. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. 2. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna climb the mountain. Okay, jump into this. Okay, hit that. I don't know what I was doing. Wasn't good, I'll tell you that much. No, come on, I'm so close. Come on. Not like this. No! I need to do an up there. Oh! Her hand almost touched. Yes! 1. Yes! We're at 1! It's 1! The music's fading out. That's good. I can feel the summit. I can't believe there's only 7 worlds. I'm so... There it is! I made it. I did it. I really did it. We did it. We actually did it. That's what I said. I can't believe it. Wow, it's so beautiful. Look at how far we've come. I'm glad I got to see this before... What do you mean? Well, before I... Oh, right. When we leave the mountain, you won't be able to talk to me anymore. Aww, that's so sad. Yeah, I know that we need to go home eventually, but it'll be scary to lose this body. You'll still exist, though. You were part of me before we came here. Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna have to depend on you to listen to me, even if I can't talk to you in person anymore. I can't go back to how it was before. Don't worry, I can't go back to that either. I really want us to work together from now on. I believe in you, but I'm still nervous. Aw. So, now what? Yeah, I'm gonna run the same thing. Let's just enjoy this for a little bit. Aw. Yes! Mountain climbed. Climb Celeste Mountain. Aw. Wait, where's the dark side? Oh, they're together. They're sitting together. Aw. Oh, it's over. Yay! It was really good, and that was so cute. Such a cute ending. Really well done. Way too hard. B-side World 6 is the worst thing that God has ever created. Oh, look, there's a little photograph of them bouncing on the clouds. Well, actually, those are pink clouds, so they'd only be single use. Is Mr. Oshiro gonna be chill? Yes! He helped the black blobs, helped him clean up. Aw. Dang, it's kind of disappointing that Theo wasn't there at the end, but I guess he said he never wanted to make it all the way up. To our cabin. Grammy and Theo! Welcome back! Madeline! Did you make it to the summit? Yeah, we did. It was incredible. Beautiful, isn't it? I didn't think it would be worth it, but it totally was. I should have given you my phone so we could have taken the ultimate selfie. Mr. Oshiro's gonna chill! Good evening, everyone. I forgot what voice I gave him. You know, this is the first time I've seen you outside of that hotel of yours, Oshiro. I'm glad you made it. Madeline here is baking us a pie with all the strawberries she's been collecting. Wait, no, I didn't get them all yet. Hold on. Don't get your hopes up. She's not much of a baker. You also said I wasn't much of a mountain climber. Aw, Madeline, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. Come on, be honest. He's right, dear. This is delicious. It's truly magnificent, Miss Madeline. A symphony for the taste buds. Can I take partial credit for this? Wow, thanks, everyone. I worked really hard for it. That was so many strawberries. 157 out of 175. 7,300 deaths. I got a lot of the strawberries, I will say. What you mean, epilogue? What's this? What do you mean? What's that? What is that new thing? Chapter 8, core? What the heck do you mean, core? That was the end of the game. What do you mean, core? Yeah, let's not focus on that now. For now, we've got to go back through and grab all of this summit's strawberries, as well as the 3 gems I missed. But guess what? This chapter only has checkpoints at the beginning and end of every sub-chapter, and I was brilliant enough to miss the final strawberry in every single one. Do you know what that means? It means that I have to play through the entire level over again. Yes, every single screen. After just taking the past 3
hours to do it the first time. Luckily though, since I'm so well practiced, I managed to beat it much faster now. This time it only takes me 2 hours. But seriously, I'm able to move through the general level a lot faster. All of the extra time came from me trying to find these stupid cherries and trying to get the gems. Chapter 1 in particular gave me a ton of trouble because you need to jump behind this moving platform that barrels along at like 400 meters a second. Once you get past it, Celeste decides that that's not enough, so they throw 4 extra screens on top of that. I grab that gem, the one in chapter 2, play through all of the chapter 3 section again, including this stupid dash strawberry that makes you go through the entire section without dashing. Why would you do this? Whoa. This is gonna take me a while. This will add a couple deaths onto that tally. Yes! Oh, first freaking attempt. I thought this was gonna take me forever. But I'm a god gamer, man. I grab the stupid obviously berry from chapter 4, blast through the relatively easy chapter 5 section, and make it back to the summit once again. Now, having collected all of the 6 gems, the crystal heart is freed, meaning we've just got 1 collectible left in the level, which is of course the final strawberry in the game. But before we get up there, I stopped to get this strawberry at flag 18. Can I just take a second to say I hate this strawberry? Trying to weave your cloud jump around these spikes just brings me so much pain. But that's still pretty small berries compared to this summit's final berry. For this one, you need to dash up, grab this golden feather, weave through the spikes, dash onto this giant block, grab onto the wall, barely make it onto the falling platform, grab the stupid berry, fall back into the same feather, and make it all the way back to flag 3. I mean, I guess it's the last strawberry in the game, but Jesus Christ. But with that, we had collected everything 7A had to offer, which brings our death count to 1,148. 175? What do you mean 175 now? The goalposts keep moving. Now, before we actually get into the rage-induced montage I know you've all been waiting for, I realize here that I actually forgot to grab the crystal heart in chapter 5. Now, for this crystal heart, wait, why does this statue look like a uterus? Am I crazy? Are you guys seeing this? For this crystal heart, we need to go through this little hidden passage with an extra key. That'll allow us to head back into the dash block gambit and pick up the sneaky crystal heart that I forgot about. But with that collected, there's just one place left to go. And I'm not even gonna front with you guys. What lies before us is the single hardest B-side in the entire game. The most difficult challenge we've faced thus far. A level that will not only test everything I've learned in this game, but will test the limits of my patience as I die again and again and again and again and again and again, just hoping to advance a single screen. This is chapter 7B. No! No! Are you kidding me? No! How do you do that dashless? No! Oh! No, I thought I made it over! Is it even possible to have that level of reaction time? Is this some kind of sick joke? It's still going! I'm never getting past this, genuinely. No! That was like a pixel! Welcome to the next 5 hours of my life. 7B starts out with this training area, mostly just to test your comfortableness with stringing together 2 dashes in a row. But even just the 3rd room in this level is asking you to hit this spring, go through these spikes, hit another spring, dash over these spikes into this crevice, over these spikes onto the spring, over this giant hill, and onto the last spring. Safe to say we're truly in for it. With that, we've moved on to the first official world section. Similar to the previous, chapter 1 is not all that hard, and only takes me 20 minutes. Most of my time is spent on these stupid traffic blocks that launch you straight into the spikes. But that's no problem as we complete it and move on to my favorite world, chapter 2. Not only does the B-side have one of the lowest death counts in my run, but the A-side is my lowest death count. So this should be a fun little sprig before... Alright, let's all cut to the chase. You know with how easy I'm making this sound, it's gonna be hell. While most of the chapter 2 section goes over without a hitch like normal, this one room takes me 25 minutes. The beginning of this room starts out with some tough but easily learnable dashes through these space blocks through spikes. Takes me a while to get the hang of, but once I do, I can pull it off pretty consistently. But that pales in comparison to the struggle at the end of this room. Okay. Yes! No! Ah! Trying to weave around this space block in rapid succession is tough. If you go too slowly, you won't make it, but if you go too quickly, you'll be too low and head right into the spikes. No, why did I do a diagonal jump? Why would you do such a thing, Madeline? No, you're freaking... Oh my god. Stupid red hair. Also doesn't help that I suck at this game. But after 20 minutes of attempts... Oh my god. Pretty easy room. And with the 11th room of misery completed, it's on to the terror that is chapter 3, which this time around is actually pretty easy, taking less time than any of the previous sections. I guess our little bout with chapter 3 really just ended on a whimper. Which brings us to chapter 4, which also goes over without a hitch. The hardest room is definitely this one right here. You have to string your dashes between these spikes while staying in line with the spring block. Balancing both is definitely a bit of a challenge. Getting back onto the block at this last chunk is quite difficult, but after a couple attempts, I nail it. Yes! Now on to chapter 5. And the theme of turning all the world dynamics on their head, this previously easy world also contains another room of misery. This room centers around dash blocks. My main issue is just the precise timings that come with the blocks that can be hard to nail down. Plus your dashes need to be perfect as they are determining the location of these blocks. The timing is insane on that! Yeah, this section here is what ended up claiming the majority of my lives. Yes! Oh my god! And there's the purple thing!
Yes! And yes, we can grab that purple thing and move on to the final section, the summit. And you might have been a little confused as to why I hyped this level up to be so difficult. I mean, there have been rooms here and there, but, you know, nothing insane. And I'm sure you've all guessed it at this point, but that's because this final section is soul-crushing. It is 3 straight hours of pain. At first, I'm flying through these rooms. Boom, boom, 19, 18, 17. I make it past the first 7 flags in just 7 minutes. Then all comes to a screeching halt at flag 13. Ooh. I see what they want me to do. Fun fact, I absolutely did not see what they wanted me to do, as the next 15 minutes had me bonk my head into this stupid spike bar over and over and over again. Just nailing this first jump is pure pain, as the amount of speed you get from bouncing off the cloud just makes it so hard to adjust your path. But this was just the beginning. Height, spike jumps, clouds that barely give you a second to be on them, and whatever this is. And bup, 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 bup. Oh my god. How? Huh? That all served as simply a prelude to what lies in our second entry into Satan's 4 rooms of pure torture, Flag 9. This section just features a series of cloud and wall jumps weaving around this set of spikes. And what seems like an easy feat quickly turned into the single hardest room in the game so far. And it's all because of him. No! No! That one sticking spike has got to be like 40 times. And this spike! This single spike just having a little point that sticks out like 7 pixels too much caused me so much pain. But that's not the only thing that made Flag 9 such a struggle. Because even all this time later, I'm struggling to get good jump height off of my cloud bounces. Time and time again flying into the spikes above. Death upon death upon death goes by, and I begin to get hopeless. After a full 45 minutes straight, I don't feel like I've gotten any better at this section than when I started. When my cloud jumps decide to push me over into the spikes, it feels completely random. But after a good 45 minutes of attempts, I have a realization. Oh my god, I just realized the clouds have the most momentum when they reach the top. This entire time, for some reason, I thought they had the most momentum at the bottom. This whole time, this entire playthrough, for some reason, I thought that was when they had the most momentum, when they're at the bottom. But it would make sense, that would be when they reach the top. Oh my god, how did I not realize that sooner? Oh my god, I am a moron. I'm an actual moron. That's so obvious. How did I not figure that out already? No wonder this has been taking me so long. Yes, this entire playthrough, I had been completely misusing the clouds. And honestly, I'm less mad that I wasted time in this level. I'm more impressed that I was able to get this far into the game without understanding a crucial game mechanic. But even with this knowledge, that didn't make this section easy. It was still excruciatingly difficult to even get a few jumps into the spike jungle. I slowly start to feel my mind unravel as I reach the 1 hour mark of attempts for flag number 9. I've begun to master the art of the cloud jump, but now we have to get through Flag 9's final trial. An entire section you have to traverse without a single dash. No! No! That was the last obstacle! That was the last thing standing in my way! That was the difference between freedom and failure! Okay, finally made it back here. Okay, stop. Okay, jump, jump, fall. Jump. No, I'm running out of stamina. No, are you joking, bro? Are you joking? Come on, jump. Okay, all we have to do is not run out of stamina here. Come on. Okay. Yes. Holy crap. Oh my god, I almost didn't get the checkpoint. Oh my god. I would have been so upset if I had bungled that. Oh my god, holy crap. Wait, what is he doing? Dude, this is the end of the game. There's no new techniques. There's no new techniques now. This is the end of the game. There's no new techniques at all. What are you talking about? Yup, after a straight 4 hours already in this level, Celeste says it's time to learn a new technique. And guess what? It is hard. Like, so hard to pull off. This is the wall bounce, and in order to perform it, you need to be dashing upwards to a wall and then jump. While this sounds simple in concept, it's actually an incredibly complex technique with so many nuances. The game decides to not teach you any of those nuances, so I have attempt after attempt just doing weird wall jumps off these 6 pixels they give you to try this. Eventually, through just pure trial and error, I managed to get 1 wall bounce in. And thankfully, that's the last wall bounce in the game that we'll ever have to do. Just kidding! Every single screen for the rest of this game will have a wall bounce in it. And no, I'm not really joking. And for Flag 7, you gotta do 2 in a row. I tried getting past Flag 7 time and time again. Dash, jump, dead. Dash, jump, dead.
dash, jump, dead. I tried to even perform a single wall bounce over and over and over again. Why would they introduce a new mechanic now? It's the end of the game, brother. Why would they do that? Why would they do such a thing? I'm never gonna use that. I refuse to use that. I refuse to use that mechanic. I still don't know what it is they want me to do. I don't understand how the mechanic works. It was all pure dumb chance that I got it to work. Don't introduce a new mechanic in the final level of the freaking game, maybe. For the Celeste team to introduce a new impossible to pull off trick when I'm just seconds away from the finish line, that is just cruel. Straight cruelty. Especially when you've been put through the hardest level of any video game I've ever played. Hardest level of any video game I've played so far. But after trying for a long, long while, I managed to get lucky. I did it! Please don't ever ask me to do that again. If only he knew then the pain he was in for. Luckily, for now, Flag 6 only has a single wall bounce, and then Flags 5 and 4 don't have them at all, meaning I can just blast through. Flag 3 looks like it doesn't have one, but yep, it does. I've developed a little technique that helps me out a little in pulling them off, though. You see, since you dash with X and jump with A, and you can't be holding dash to perform the wall bounce, which is something I googled and the game definitely did not teach me. So if you roll your finger across the dash and the jump button, it makes it way easier to pull off. Now, I didn't say easy. This last section still takes me another hour, but much more consistent. Yes! I did it. Yes. What is this? What is this that you're showing me? What even is this? What is this? Is this some kind of sick joke? What is this? There's a freaking 1 pixel over there. Is this a joke? Unfortunately, no, this is not a joke, but it is, in fact, another wall bounce. Hooray! This one takes me 30 straight minutes of attempts putting Flag 7, Flag 3, and now 2 all into the Rooms of Misery. But 2 is far worse than the others because the wall bounce is just the tip of the iceberg. You have to wall bounce, curve around these spikes, don't bounce on this cloud or this one, then do this insane jump from this pink cloud through these spikes, then you have to weave through this spike fortress, not jumping on any of the clouds. And your reward for all that? What is this? What is this? And you have to wall bounce at the end! Are you kidding me? All that, and now we have to wall bounce? Oh. I'm never getting past this, genuinely. But after so many wall bounce failed attempts... Oh my god, yes, yes, yes! Yeah. And with that, we're on Flag 1, the final checkpoint of the level. I take a climb up the section, but after all I've been through, this feels like nothing. And then, after 5 hours straight, I reach the peak. Why is the level not over? What? Hello? Why isn't it over? Why isn't it over? That's the flag. Why won't it end? Why won't it end? I got to the flag. Oh. Okay. Now is it over? Why is there a cutscene here? Why is there a cutscene here? That was amazing! I can't believe we did that. Nothing can stop us. You're scaring me. I'm scared too. No! No! No more! There's no more! No, no! No, 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 no! 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 Please! God damn it! On the bright side, this is the music block room, so I know the end is near. The room has placed spikes on the music block, so you need to dash through at the right time to get past. That section is fine, but once they get vertical, things get 10 times harder. Please. 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 Okay. Okay. Yes. Jump. Jump. Okay. Yes, it's right there. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Thank God. How is there more? How can there possibly be more? How many times? Is this where we're gonna hit the 2000? No, but we're scarily close. And while a naive Shawnee once thought that this was the end of the road for us, I now know that beating this game unlocks Chapter 8, the core. I truly think that there is nothing that could scar me more than Chapter 7 B-side did. So this has got to be a piece of cake. If only he knew that we weren't even a third of the way done yet. About a year later, I came back to the mountain. Is my hair longer? Hey there, kiddo. Nice to see you again. Here's the cave I told you about on the phone. Oh, there's something messed up going on inside. Follow me. I follow Granny inside of the tunnel, but when I do, something strange happens. The heck? These things are ground, but they don't give you your dash back? Wait, why did I lose my dash? Huh? On this screen, no matter what I do, I don't get my dash back. Oh, God. Oh, God. What is this place? This passage leads to the center of the mountain. You said you wanted to come back and explore deeper. Doesn't get any deeper than this. Be careful, though.
When you get this close to the heart of the mountain, its power will start affecting you differently. Yeah, I already noticed some of that. Yeah, mess up when they dash. Good luck in there. Then, after passing the crystal heart check, it was on to the core we went. And like you saw in the previous 2 rooms, the main gimmick of Chapter 8 is that in each room, you only get 2 dashes, even if you land on a platform. Some rooms will have dash crystals which restore both, but for the most part, Chapter 8 is about conserving your dashes for the exact right moment. The world also features these spinning fireballs that, well, kill you, as well as these lava blocks that will slingshot you in whatever direction you land on. Why would you take away my dash? It's my favorite thing that I have. It's actually my favorite part of this game, and yet you've taken it away from me. What is this guy? He's death. Why does he look like a bumper? And inside that bumper room, I can find no way to grab that strawberry, so I decide to leave for now. Make my way through a few rooms to the right until I find something strange. What the heck? Whoa. He turned everything blue. This is the second main gimmick from Chapter 8. Whenever you flip that switch, it turns the environment from lava to ice. Like those big blocks that used to launch me, now just slowly fall before cracking. Those fireballs are now big ice platforms that I can jump off of, and those conveyor belts that I forgot to mention are now slippery ice walls. And if we go to the strawberry room from before, that bumper can now launch us into the berry. This opens the way for some cool puzzles where you need to shift the environment mid-room and set up things later for yourself, and leaving puzzles open and, okay, I can't do this anymore. I really don't like Chapter 8. I mean, I don't have as much raw, unwarranted hatred like I do for Chapter 3, but it's definitely second place. I'll explain more from a mechanics perspective when we get to the B-side, but even from a story perspective, it's like really weak, especially when there's a spoiler alert, much better epilogue later on. Like the game just randomly places us inside part of the mountain which we had never heard of before. Madeline doesn't explain why she wants to climb it. Granny doesn't really explain anything. The whole thing just feels really contrived. The most difficult room in this chapter is actually pretty fun because you gotta like weave through this little area guarded by switches on both sides, and most importantly, doesn't use those wretched fireballs. Okay, I'll save it for the B-side. And while that room was difficult but kind of fun, oh, what is this? What is that? And I hate it. What is that? And I hate it. What is that? And I hate it. Yeah, and just assume anything involving these stupid ice platforms is gonna suck. Eventually, they introduce another mechanic, rising lava. That is, well, lava that rises. Don't get hit by it. At first, this kind of feels needless, but gets cooler in these horizontal rooms as now the lava rises from the floor, but the ice lava falls from the ceiling. Then you have to balance, switching at the right time. It does give rise to one of the most fun rooms in the game, though. Gun, son of a gun. Please, please, please release me. Please, please, please release me. Come on, feather up here, feather down here, jump, jump, okay, through, this is really hard, oh, that's so hard to get through that part. I'm able to lock in though and guide the feather to the end where we see music blocks. Yeah, because this level is linear, all of the collectibles are just like on the main path for some reason. I really do not understand why they even bothered making this then, but okay. We grabbed the cassette tape. With that collected, it was time to enter this chapter's final room. With all these hearts, this thing really slows you down. What's going on here? Whoa. This is it? Oh, I finally have my dash back. This is what's at the center of all this. I wonder why it's so empty and vast. What the heck? Whoa, yet it feels nostalgic somehow. I don't think I've ever been here, have I? And peaceful. Crystal Heart. That was it? That was it? That was kind of a weird ending. What? I'm so confused. Does that mean something? I'm not sure it does. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Hold on. I know that I'm an idiot, so maybe I'm just missing some greater narrative purpose here, but to me this feels like nothing. No new story discoveries, no celebration of Celeste overall, not particularly fun mechanics, no real purpose for this level to exist in the first place. And that ending, what was that? It was just a bunch of black and white blocks and she said she felt nostalgic? Like, what even was that? Now, while I only had 400 deaths in this level, the same cannot be said for the B-side. Like I said earlier, it's not necessarily the hardest B-side. Okay, it's pretty hard, but more than hard, it's just annoying. To even get into the level, you need every other crystal heart this game has. All the hidden ones in the A-sides, and all the completion ones from the B-sides. I've heard people complain about this, but like, if you're for some reason not just 100%ing this game, and have the random urge to play Chapter 8 B-side, well then get ready for your grippy socks, brother, because they need to send you straight to the psych ward. But with the crystal heart gate now down, we can head back into the core. And there's no greater example of why I hate 8B so much than this first room. And on the literal first obstacle, it's like a curse. And oh my god, okay. This is gonna be a long day. I hate these fiery things. All of these fiery things. Oh my god, I hate the fireballs. Wow. I really do not like World 8. I'm gonna be so honest. I'm sorry to the World 8 defenders.
I'm just not a fan of World 8. Like I've been alluding to, anything involving the fireballs is just pure torture. That is because, similar to the black goo in Chapter 3, they operate on their own timer. Which means that 90% of your success in this room is if you left the starting platform at the right time. Because if you didn't, then a fireball that you can't even see at the end of the screen is going to be 17 pixels too high and you're dead. And that is even further emphasized by the fact that you don't have your freaking dash half the time. Not having your dash just kind of ruins this world because, well, let's be honest, dashing is fun. It's what makes this game so satisfying and smooth to play. It also complicates things that you're already trained to do in one way. Like how dashing into bumpers makes them like so much more accurate. But now you can't waste 2 of your precious dashes on something stupid like a bumper. So it all comes down to just the right luck of the angle. Our first addition to the Room 8 Worlds of Misery encapsulates both of these features perfectly. As it starts off with these ice blocks that you're never quite sure of where they're supposed to be, and ends with a bunch of bumper jumps that just feel totally random. This one luckily only took me 20 minutes, but the next Misery Edition came in at 30. Most of the room isn't even hard. In fact, it's quite easy, just being a series of conveyor belt launches into spike dashes. All the difficulty from this room comes from this section right here. What even is this? How does one dash through this? I mean, I know how. You just have to get a really high conveyor boost and then do 2 dashes. But getting that high of a conveyor boost is hard once. But what if they made you do it twice in a row? But our final room of misery brought me more pain than those other 2 combined. And the funny thing is, it's not even long. Everything you're seeing on screen right now, that's the entire level. Yep, it's just 3 conveyor belt boosts. But like I said before, these stupid fireballs just complicate the entire process. This sucks. I hate these fire things, man. You're just like on their timer and then it's just like, oh, it's so infuriating. It's so infuriating. Like that last room, I was like, I just have to get good. This is like, okay, maybe it'll be like where I want it to be. Maybe it won't. Like, I actually hate it so much. Like, the fire was there on the conveyor belt. What was I supposed to do? Oh, I hate this room. I hate World 8 so much. It's so unfun. It's just so not fun. Everything is so outside of your control, man. I really don't like World 8 at all. But yeah, not much else to say about this room. I kept trying until eventually I get lucky to weave through all these fireballs. And honestly, not much else to say about the rest of the chapter. In total, it takes me around 3 hours. And the best part was this ending room because they had some cool puzzle where you had to like come out of the ceiling. But with that, I finish up chapter 8B, meaning I've now completed all of the B-sides in the game. There's just one DLC chapter 9 left, but it's only an A-side. So we can just move on to that. Ready for a real challenge. C-sides have been unlocked. Golden strawberries have appeared at the start of every chapter. Good luck, Madeline. What the fuck is a C-side? What? No. You must be joking. You must be kidding. That can't be serious. No. I'm not this kid. No, you can't be serious. You can't be serious right now. On every single, you can't be serious, man. You can't be serious. C-sides. You can't be serious. For a real challenge. This whole thing's been a real challenge. C-sides. Oh my god, it can't be real. Like, you can't be serious. Yes, you're hearing that correctly. Every single level now has a third C-side that we have to go back and do. But on the bright side, each one's only 3 rooms, so it shouldn't take that long, right? You're actually cracking me up. That's hilarious that you would think that. Because if the B-sides were 3 notches more difficult than the A-side, then these 3 rooms are 11 notches more difficult than the B-sides. In fact, these C-sides took me longer than the entire rest of the playthrough thus far. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start off with the first one, level 1C. It was a really fun level. Like I said earlier, these C-sides are only 3 rooms. Typically, the first 2 rooms are not at all too difficult and serve more to introduce you to the mechanic they're going to be using this level. Like in the first room has you working on your timings with being launched on the traffic blocks. In total, it took me less than 5 minutes. The second room follows the same pattern and tries to test your ability to be launched vertically and then weave around obstacles. This one's a little tougher, but I still managed to beat it in less than 5 minutes. No, not another skeleton-looking thingy. What is this? What is this? This can't be real. Oh my god. There's a key? It's still going. Oh, that's the end? Oh, that's it? Yes, the entire point of Seasides really is to get you to an insanely hard final room. And insanely hard this Seaside did deliver, as our 18th room of misery takes me 2 hours straight. The main difficulty with this room comes from the speed in which you have to progress through it, as these traffic blocks launch you, so you need to react fast. Launching around this spike to you is insanely hard, but the real killer is getting over the key block and then onto the launcher while not running out of stamina. But after so many failed attempts, the stars finally align. What button is jump? Okay. I'm nervous, man. No, I didn't click dash. I clicked jump again. Dang it, I got too nervous. No. No, I clicked jump again instead of dash. And after another 30 minutes of failed attempts, I get back there once again. Okay. We made it back again. This is dash. This is jump. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, that was torture. With a whopping 813 deaths, I managed to bring down Chapter 1C. Now onto 2C, and thankfully, just like its A and B counterparts, this one's not all that hard. The third room is really just focused on flying out of the space blocks and avoiding the spikes. This one takes me about 20 minutes. But of course, the same cannot be said for the hell that is always Chapter 3. As per usual, the first 2 rooms are pretty much a joke, but the final room, dear lord. The final room is pure torture, and easily earns its spot as the third room of Satan's rooms of torture. Now the platforming this section is hard, but nothing insane. It's mostly just annoying to time your wall jumps over these stupid moving black blobs. The real annoying part of this room is that freaking Mr. Oshiro is shooting across every 5 seconds, completely messing up your rhythm. This heathen is just dashing across the screen at all times, which is insanely hard to avoid when these stupid black blobs are just moseying around the walls all the time. And while that is ungodly hard, the worst part of the level comes at the very end. Now you have to string together dashes and grab these dash crystals, weaving in between these stupid black blobs and dodging Mr. Oshiro, which is hard enough. But then you get to this little key block. Now you might have noticed that despite me doing what seemed like a perfectly timed dash, I didn't make it to the key, which means you need to actually perfectly time a dash and bounce after Mr. Oshiro. Now even if you somehow make it over to that block, now you need to jump on Mr. Oshiro again. Yes, seriously. And getting the timing right on jumping off Oshiro is brutal. These 3 sections combine to create one of the stupidest sections in the entire game, as jumping off Oshiro just feels like 90% RNG. What? Oh, bungled. The bungler. Lieutenant-in-Chief. Oh, that is the worst when you make it, but you don't, because Mr. Oshiro's like, hey. No, the spikes. No. Is there a shish kebab in my throat? Because I just choked. Yes. No, you can spike again, you moron. Okay. Oh, no, I had it, you freaking dummy. Go. Oh, Mr. Oshiro, I hate you. No. Come on. Okay. No. Yes. Yes. This level sucks. This is worse than the first one. This is worse than World 1. I know we only had 680 deaths here, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's just because the third rooms are so long. A trend that you're going to start to notice throughout all of our Seasides. Now it was on to level 4C. That's a good start. The concept that the first room wants to teach us here is performing wall bounces out of bubbles. Something that I try to resist for a long time because of my pure hatred of wall bounces, but eventually I must concede to doing. The third room in this level isn't all that bad, only taking me an hour of attempts. The fact that an hour is not bad to me just shows how my psyche has been completely broken by this game. The hardest section is definitely these bubbles right here, as jumping out of them and dashing while the wind pushes you takes some serious practice. I also had this infuriatingly close call where I was literally pixels away from touching the heart but missed it. Eventually though, I'm able to make it through successfully, marking the true end to World 4. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, but I will not be doing the golden strawberries, as not only are there 0 achievements relating to them, but also most fans don't even consider them to be part of the 100%. If you don't know what golden strawberries are, don't look into it, because even reading the requirements for earning one is said to melt one's brain from the inside. But now it's time to move on to level 5C. And unlike its A and B counterparts, 5C is the second hardest Seaside in the entire game. The mechanic they want to teach you in the first room is wall bouncing off of dash blocks. On my way out of this room though, I experienced an extremely strange glitch. I have my dash for some reason, and I'm not going to ask why. Check the footage. I didn't cheat. I don't know why I had my dash there, but I did. To this day, I still have no idea why I got my dash back here. I mean, the only thing I can think of is like maybe Madeline's toe snuck onto this block right here where the spike is supposed to be. And that count as landing long enough to restore my dash? I don't know. Any Celeste pros who understand this, please leave it in the comments. I also got lucky in the next room, as on one of my first attempts, I wall bounce off this dash block and get launched perfectly, bringing me to the final room. So, lots of bubble. Oh, it keeps going.
Oh. Okay. Let's try this out really quick. Alright, well, I didn't do a couple of things.
Yeah, this room sucks. Like, really, really sucks. Like, it sucks so bad that I have to create a new category above Satan's rooms of pure torture. This is the first member of the rooms of just shoot me in the face right now. I can't do this anymore. Here's why this room sucks so much. First, you need to weave through these 3 little bubbles around the spikes. Then you need to perform a wall bounce out of a bubble and grab this dash crystal. Then you need to perform 2 more perfectly timed wall bounces in a row off of dash crystals. And let me tell you, that is really, really hard to pull off. But then you need to do a wall bounce here off of this 3 pixel corner. This room would be pretty bad, but probably on the same level as 3C, but this single thing elevates this to a completely different caliber. Dang. Oh, no. Ugh. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't have a bunch of good rage clips like I've been putting in all of these other sections, well... Yeah, by this point, I had completely lost my mind. I've been playing Seasides for like 8 hours now, each one of them asking me to wall bounce, and I don't feel like I'm any better at them than when I started. Desperate to improve, I went into the official Celeste Discord and asked if anyone had any advice to improve my wall bounces, and the response here completely changed the course of this playthrough. This hero tells me that I can't grab while I wall bounce. Now, you may remember all the way at the beginning of the video that you watched like 3 lunch breaks ago, I said that I developed an extremely bad habit of holding down grab all the time, and this is where that habit reveals itself to have been biting me in the butt this entire time. Now, this took a lot of getting used to since my hand was just like naturally resting on the trigger. But once I did, it made wall bouncing much more consistent. So now I can make my way through a little easier. But it's by no means still easy. But on the times that I do somehow manage to pull off this wall bounce on this stupid little wall, I then need to dash down and grab onto this 6 pixel platform. This kills me so many times as well. Yes! No! Immediate. For this section, they just threw a bunch of pinpoint dashes at the end because why not, I guess. But finally, after 3 straight hours of attempts, come on, dash. Okay, go. Come on. Yes. 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 Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god. 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 Taking me just a casual 950 deaths, 5C is now behind us as well. Similar to 4C, 6C is actually pretty easy. The final room is really just about maneuvering this Kevin block around the spikes. After just an hour of attempts, I'm able to grab the heart, conquering our 6th seaside. I feel really good going to 7C. Having an easy time with 6C and having now conquered the wall bounce, I feel like I could truly just make quick work of these last 2 seasides. That immediately goes away as the first room becomes part of the 20 rooms of misery. Because at this point, the Celeste devs are done pretending and have an entire room that is just completely wall bounces. Yes, I'm being serious. This room is literally just 7 wall bounces in a row that you need to perform. No fancy frills at all. This takes me 45 minutes to do correctly. On the bright side, at the halfway mark, it becomes really easy to do reattempts without having to go all the way back to the beginning on account of this one dash crystal being right under this wall. Okay, that room was pretty annoying, but I've always just been bad at wall bounces. And the next room I'm able to beat in under 5 minutes, leaving just 1 room left. Okay, this is doable. But that plucky attitude was wiped from my face the second I entered the next room. Because what I had stepped into was no ordinary room. No. This was different. This was more than a room. It was a beast, a monster, a demon straight from the depths of hell. This was the Antichrist standing right in front of me. This was the undoer of all reality as we knew it. This was the hardest room in all of Celeste. Oh no. Oh. Okay. No, why would you do something so stupid? No. I feel like I'm not even making a dent. No. Damn. Damn. No. Oh, so close. Oh my god, that was so close. To beat the hardest room in Celeste, it took me 19 hours straight. That's not 19 hours. Maybe I would do some other things with Celeste open. That is 19 hours of just recording me attempting this level. It is unlike anything else in this game. In fact, it is the hardest thing I have ever encountered in a video game ever, without a doubt. Let me show you why. The level starts out with you having to slam into the spring and very carefully weave around this spike pillar. Since you can only use one of your dashes, inching over this pillar is an incredibly difficult task. And from there, we enter what can only be described as spring hell. Here you must weave dashes dashes around the spikes onto the next spring. This is the bulk of this room. There are just so many springs, and since you have to weave so tightly, it's so easy to mess up. I was stuck in this section alone, not getting through a single time for 4 hours straight. And that is just one section. Please hit, boom, go, down, right, up, come on. Yes. Okay. No, that's the furthest I ever got, though. I choked there so hard. Now, even though I've gone out of Spring Hell once, it takes me a good long while to get back to the next section. Speaking of the next section, it is a Celeste developer's wet dream, as it is a wall bounce. Here, you need to wall bounce off this tiny block and grab the dash crystal. I cannot express to you how much I hate this part. My hatred of wall bouncing aside, getting lined up at this exact spot after coming off a huge spring jump is an insane ass, and being a little to the left or the right has killed so many of my runs. If you do somehow manage to make it past all of that, then you have this stupid cloud. I hate this cloud. There are a couple ways to tackle this stupid cloud, but I found the most consistent was dashing through this little gap right here. Getting through usually isn't all that hard, but then making it to the spring on top of that, deadly. But all of that pales in comparison to the final section, the dash gauntlet. And to put this at the end of all this is just plain cruel, because this is genuinely one of the most difficult segments in the entire game. Here there are tons of dash crystals surrounding you, and you need to be continually dashing, as if you even stop for a second, you'll fall into the spikes. If I could start the room practicing it, I bet it wouldn't have even been that hard. But I get to this section so infrequently, but when I do, it's been so long since I have that I forget everything I know. And that's kind of my major critique of both 7C and C-sides in general. Something I love about Celeste is that it's really hard, and I mean like really hard, but has an extremely forgiving checkpoint system. The rooms are really short, so you have a chance to practice what's difficult over and over and over again. In the C-sides, things are hard, yes, but it's more that the sections are just so abhorrently long that you are bound to just make a mistake somewhere along the line. I don't feel like I'm really getting better, more just that, oh, I didn't make any mistakes that time. This will probably sound stupid to most of y'all, but I promise I'll be able to clarify this even further later on. But for right now, all I know is grinding 7C. I die time and time again, and the hours start to fly by. 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. I've now spent more time on this single room than I have spent in any other level in the game. 8 hours, 9 hours. I start to get angry. I rage at every death, bitter that I have to be stuck in this spiky hell for even a second longer. 10 hours, 11 hours. My rage has turned to numbness. Death after death just passing me by, and I feel nothing. I make it further than I ever had in level, and I'm completely unbothered. 12 hours, 13 hours. I can feel my mind unfurling at this point. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. 14 hours. Had I gone insane? 15 hours. Could an outcome even exist in here other than death? 16 hours. I actually have to take a break from the game because, and yes, I'm being serious, my vision starts to blur whenever I start looking at the level. 7C had not only destroyed my spirit, but my mind itself. 17 hours. I start making it to the final section more frequently, but it fills me with nothing but despair. 18 hours. For the first time in this entire challenge, I start to wonder, is this even possible? I mean, I know it's possible to complete. I've seen people do it online, but is it possible for me to do it? This is genuinely one of the hardest levels in all of gaming. To beat something like that, you would need to be one of the most talented video game players of our time. But I am not that guy. I'm not the best gamer in the world. I'm not the guy who can complete every single video game off of pure talent alone. I'm not the guy who's been naturally gifted at video games his whole life. In fact, as most of you have pointed out, I'm actually quite terrible at video games. I don't read the tutorials, I lack strategy, I can't exactly move my fingers quickly, I forget things all the time. But that's not the point of this channel. This channel does not serve to show the world how good someone can be at video games. Quite the opposite, actually. This channel serves to show that even someone like me, who can barely play games at all, who puts all his oxygen not included priorities backwards, who can't pronounce a stroka, who couldn't beat an epic creature, who failed to farm quantum slimes, who lost to Shadowbeak 40 times, who thinks Celery Stalker is bad, who needs to use the Fatov planner. Even someone like me, who hasn't been good at a single video game in his entire life, can achieve the impossible. Because as you've seen time and time again on this channel, that despite my horrible gaming skills, I've been able to get every single achievement in all of these games across my channel, achieving impossible feats despite my terrible skills. This channel serves to show that even if you're not naturally gifted, or you're starting from rock bottom, if you want to achieve something, you can! If you put your every molecule of your being into an impossible goal, it becomes possible. Even suckers like us can do anything. Now let me show you how. Boop, doop, boop, boop, over, through, up, up. Da, 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 boop, boop, hit the thing, wall bounce, boop, boop, shoot, bop, boop, bop, bop. Oh my god, that was close. Oh my god, what? Yeah!
Yes! Oh my god, I can't even believe that just happened! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Yes. Hi, Grandma. It's hard to believe it's over, isn't it? Wait, there's no other screen? Yes. Funny how we get attached to the struggle. Promise me that you'll take care of yourself, okay? What if I miss this? What if I miss this? I gotta look up a tutorial right now. I'm looking up a tutorial right now. Okay, it's just 2 up and to the right dashes. Dude, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. It's literally just jump, up and to the right, up and to the right. This is the most nervous I've been for anything, maybe in my entire life. Okay, it's literally just jump, dash, dash. Jump, dash, dash. Jump. Yes! 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 Please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. 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 That was genuinely the hardest, probably the hardest thing I've done in my entire life. 6,400 deaths. And with that, I had conquered the hardest room in all of Celeste. I had made it to the summit. But we're still not done yet, as we've got the game's final seaside, 8C. And even though this doesn't even come close to the same caliber as 7C, it's still a hell of a level. It starts off with us once again needing every crystal heart in the game, which I thankfully already have. Then in this room, they decide to teach us another new technique. This is called hyper dashing, and thankfully, unlike wall bouncing, it's pretty easy to pull off. All you're doing is jump dashing at a bit of an angle. The second room isn't even worth mentioning, and we're on to the third room. Yeah, I'll just cut to the chase. This took me 5 hours. I guess because they didn't do any compilation rooms in 7C, they decided to put them into Chapter 8's final room, which I'm not complaining about because it means less of Chapter 8's horrible mechanics. So as you go through each chapter's gimmick, the whole time you need to balance the rising lava and falling ice. I'm gonna be honest, I can't bear to talk about Chapter 8 for even a second longer, so I'm just gonna blast through this section. At the level's end, you've got 2 hyper dashes to pull off, and then... Finally! Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank goodness. Yes! Thank you for playing! Oh, wait, there's no AC side? There's no 9C side? Oh my god, that would be so nice. Yes, you're hearing that correctly. We have now officially completed every single B and C side, which means that the only thing left to do is complete the DLC content. Chapter 9, Farewell. We are so close to the end of this. Farewell. Where's my backpack? Oh, this looks like it takes place like right after the 7C side. Hey, what the? What? What the heck? What? Is this a bad dream or something? What the heck? Is this a bad dream? Is this a dream sequence? Grant, she died? You're joking. That can't be real. That must be a joke. I can't believe you're gone, you old bat. What? What? This is what? The game's over. How did she die in the DLC? Well, I guess I can. Sounded like you were saying goodbye in the last letter you sent me. This isn't fair. I need you. Oh my god. You didn't prepare me for any of this. What do you want her to do? Apologize? She's gone, and you didn't even go to the funeral. What the heck? Why didn't you go? I know, I just couldn't. I fell apart. I'm sorry, Granny. Sorry won't bring her back. You're right. It was selfish of me to come here. I mean, I don't think it was selfish, but dang. What the heck is the crow gonna do? Oh no. There's more levels! That is so sad. I can't believe she what the heck's going on? Where are we going, Madeline? We have to follow that bird. It's part of Granny, just like you're a part of me. Whoa, is that her other self? I thought it was just her pet or something. So did I. It has to be more than that. That bird was always looking out for me on the mountain, just like Granny did. Madeline, I hate to say it, but you're in denial. It's just a bird. Just shut up and help me for once, okay? Oh my god. What the heck is this? This place is crazy. What the heck? We're really high up. The mountain looks like a molehill from here. We should really turn back. We don't have time to argue about this. How are you even breathing up here? Granny wants us to follow her. We can't let her down again. It's a bird, Madeline. Granny is gone. You really think that's just a regular bird? It's part of her, and it's still here somehow. Maybe there's a way to bring her back. I have to do something. I can't help you with this. Then leave! Oh no, are we gonna... Oh, we lose our double jump. Oh no. Don't worry, Granny. I won't lose you. Oh no, I kind of liked having my double jump. Yes, we've been downgraded to just a 1-dash Andy for this level, but luckily there's a solution to that. In the next room, we're introduced to a new power-up, the pink dash crystal. When collected, this will temporarily give you 2 dashes again. In the next couple rooms, there's some relatively easy puzzles utilizing this pink crystal. Honestly, at first I was pretty annoyed that this level had you lose your double dash, but after getting through some rooms, I understand why they did it. Having the ability to take away and give you a double dash actually gives the designers more freedom in their level design. The frick is this? What? Why does it have like a circle around it? So if you jump into the circle on the bottom, I guess it explodes. Pufferfish are the first major mechanic introduced in this level. In case my explanation was confusing, they have 2 purposes. Firstly, if you jump on top of them, you can bounce off them and reset your dash. Secondly, if you move to the bottom half of the circle section, this fish will launch you in the opposite direction and also reset your dash. When you bounce off the top, the fish gets thrown downwards, which can help you position him if you need to use him later. It can be difficult trying to get the exact right angle on these little guys, but for the most part, I find them really fun. There's a couple rooms showing off fish, which are all honestly pretty easy. I mean, yeah, after all I've been through, a regular A side is truly just gonna be a breeze. And beating this room here instilled a level of confidence in me equivalent to a white man with a sure SM7B and questionable views on women. Carrie? What do you mean, Carrie? Oh. Cool, it's like a parachute. Cool. Oh, but he can't go. Oh my god, I eviscerated him. This is the jellyfish, and like I said, it essentially works like a hang glider, slowing your descent and allowing you to traverse horizontally while falling. After some short jellyfish-themed puzzles, we see the crow fly up into the hole, leaving behind 5 locked boxes. In order to go further, we'll need to find 5 keys in the neighboring rooms. I take the red bubble to the right and discover a secret passageway that gives me access to a double dash crystal. I can use the double dash crystal to access this door's switch, which gives me permanent double dash access in the central room. I tried going and exploring the other neighboring rooms, but they're all gated behind this electricity that instantly kills me. What you need to do is go back to the central room, use the double dash we unlocked, and dash up into this section. Up here, there's a power box, and if we dash into it twice, it breaks and gets rid of all the electricity in the room and the neighboring rooms. These neighboring rooms aren't too difficult, but serve to show you new ways to use the jellyfish. Like here, I learned that since the jellyfish can go through spikes, and I can go through, I don't know, this like fog zone that kills it, I can throw the jellyfish over and dash up to it. Additionally, if you dash into your jellyfish, you're given a fair bit of height or momentum in that direction. You can even abuse this by throwing your jellyfish and immediately dashing into it for increased height. And here I can definitely feel that difficulty start to rise. Pretty much everything before now was an absolute breeze, but these key rooms are pretty tough. This one here, you need to do perfectly timed bounces between these 2 rising springboards. Then there's this giant spike block in the middle, so you need to throw your jellyfish against the wall, then quickly dash upwards, grab it again, launching yourself upwards with the momentum. You need to do that 3 times in a row. This takes me 20 minutes. You have to do a similar thing in this room where you need to repeatedly throw your jellyfish at switches, and then up dash over the spike walls. But having cleared those decently tough rooms, we can still unlock the last of the bubble blocks and fly into the ceiling where, yep, this level's still going. And the level continues slowly picking up difficulty as these rooms have you chain together multiple fish explosions, constantly be throwing your jellyfish, or having to carefully parachute around spikes. This room in particular caused me so much anguish as you just have to chain dashes around these falling blocks. Despite my struggles though, I'm still progressing at a good pace, having spent 2 total hours on this level so far. That all changes when I enter the 4th and final member of Satan's rooms of pure torture. Oh! This room sucks. Oh! No! I'm starting to hate this level now. Damn it! Oh, are you freaking kidding me? It's outright cruel. I want to be done with this. I'm so sick of this goddamn stupid game, man. Most of the difficulty stems from the very first fish jump. You see, what you're supposed to do is jump on the fish, have the fish bounce off the spring, and then launch yourself. However, this poses a few problems. Firstly, you have to move out of the way so you don't accidentally jump on the fish again. Then you need to go back inside the circle and hit the undercarriage so you can be properly launched by the fish. That's all already hard enough to pull off by itself. When you're getting launched, you need to make sure you have the pixel perfect angle, because if you're even a centimeter off, you'll die. While you might not die immediately, the spring platform will either be too slow or too fast and you will fall into the pits below. And speaking of the spring, that's the next awful thing about this room. After being launched, you need to bounce off this spring twice, going around this giant spike pillar. And as if that wasn't all horrible enough, this final section has you get around this entire spike tire and back in just a few seconds to grab onto the box. In total, my attempts at this room took 2.5 hours. This was my peak hatred of Celeste. After coming off of 7C, doing this section over and over again, where it feels like the angle the fish launches you is completely RNG, truly felt like torture. A game I thought would be a short 40-hour journey had now had me in double over that time. And in that time, I had been beaten down to such a minuscule little pulp, and all I wanted to do was be done with this game. I had been out this for weeks now, pushed other videos. I just wanted to be done. When will this eternal suffering end? But in the very next room, I get my wish. After a full 5 hours in this level. Nice! Woo! Take that, World 9, baby. Empty space. Oh, is that what the level was called? What was that glitch? What's going on? What? Huh? Wait, no. What? This can't be the end. Oh, yes, it can. Yes, it can. Yes, it can, Madeline. It can be the end. It absolutely can be. It can. No, it can. It really can. What? No. Granny's still out there somewhere. No. That wrinkly old bag is cold in the ground, Madeline. There's no one to look for, please. Which means I need to keep going. Yay. 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 Awesome. No, this level is far from over, because it was here that I realized that Farewell was not a fun little extra chapter. It was not a couple DLC levels that the devs just threw in for fun. The Farewell the devs were talking about was, to my sanity, as what lied before us was the hardest level in all of Celeste. No, that can't be. We've already seen 19 out of the 20 Shawnee Do rooms of misery. How can this level be the hardest so far? You fool! For the final room of misery is all of chapter 9. Everything that came before this was simply a warm-up. This one chapter accounts for 35% of my total Celeste playtime. Yes, seriously, that is 37 hours of pure torture. And it all starts with what happened in the very next room. Internet cafe. Car. The heck? What? What the heck? What? Wave dash? Wave dashing and you, a practical solution for catching birds in space. No wave dashing, please. No wave dashing. No, I don't know what that is, but I didn't like wall bouncing. Can't catch that bird? Fact, birds are hard to catch. Wow, it's fast. Also, it can fly. And part of you won't help. I know, that's really annoying. She is the worst. Impossible. Introducing wave dashing. I wish you wouldn't. With wave dashing, you can jump very far and regain your dash at the same time. It's easy. How it's done, you jump, dash diagonally down to the ground, immediately jump again and hold forward. It doesn't seem that easy. Trouble in Paradise, if you don't regain your dash, you're starting too low to the ground. If you don't get much distance, you're starting too far from the ground. Happy wave dashing. There was nothing happy about that. I know that this technique is hard because for wall bouncing, there was one stupid crow. No other explanation given. Minimal, presentation, and that took me ages to learn how to do. So having this entire tutorial and then whatever this thing is, having all of this, means that this is going to be basically impossible. So I was right, but I was also wrong. You see, I was right in the sense that, oh my god, wave dashing is so ungodly difficult, dear Lord Jesus, help me. But what I was wrong about is that it was going to take me a while to learn. You see, wave dashing actually uses very similar techniques to wall bouncing, since in the same vein, you need to dash and then immediately jump. So I can use that same rolling technique that I utilized for wall bouncing here. Now, pulling off one is not all that hard, as you completely control the timing. This will be important later. For the next few rooms, we've got some pretty easy introductions to wave dashing, and honestly, pulling them off feels really cool. Not to mention they're super useful. I'd love to go back to some earlier levels with this skill now unlocked. But chapter 9 reveals its true self in the hell that I call the 3-stone room. I tried jumping across the falling blocks and then wave dashing onto the last one. Didn't have quite enough time there. Let me try again. Oh, I still didn't have enough time before the brick fell. Guess I gotta step it up. I try it again and again and again and again, but nothing works. Why won't this work? No, it can't be. Do they actually want me to perform 3 wave dashes in a row? That's impossible. I try over and over and over again, unable to even get a second wave dash after the first. You see, the problem all comes back to the Trouble in Paradise slide from the PowerPoint. What that slide is showing you is that the distance you're wave dashing from the ground is incredibly important. It's not enough to just perform the inputs. They need to be done at a certain height. Like I said earlier, that's pretty easy to gauge when you're the one performing the jump. However, this becomes 10 times harder when you have less than a second to judge the distance from a previous wave dash. This room sucks. There's no strategy, no planning. It's just perform the move or don't. And I don't many times. And I'm gonna be straight up with you. I never performed the
the 3 consecutive wave dash. In fact, in this entire playthrough, I never performed more than 2 in a row. And instead of confronting my problems and getting better, I did as all greats do and completely ignored them and found a different solution. So I went to YouTube and typed in how to beat chapter 9 without chaining wave dashes. Now there are 2 types of Celeste tutorials on YouTube. The first one is a speedrunning pro explaining how I did a technique that is so complicated and difficult to perform, you're better off just taking 6 NyQuil because only in your dreams are you pulling this off. The second is just some guy doing the level with absolutely no commentary, so I have zero clue what he's doing. That's where Jim the gamer comes in. Jim here sucks at Celeste. No, seriously, he literally said that himself. He really just like me for real. But in all seriousness, Jim is coming from an amateur perspective and teaches strategies that amateur players could pull off. And seriously, if you intend to play Celeste yourself, check out Jim's videos linked in the description below. I used them multiple times to help me through the rest of his playthrough, and I could not have done it without him. Jim unveiled a technique that Celeste never teaches you, but makes the game so much easier. Remember back in 8C when the Crow taught us a technique called hyperdashing? Well, Jim shows off a tech that's essentially an upgrade to it called the extended hyperdash. Here, you still need to hold down and right, but instead of clicking dash and jump at the same time, you need to press dash and then wait a few frames and then press jump. This gives you the effect of a hyperdash, but still lets you keep your dash like wave dashing. This is much easier to pull off than wave dashing, and it can be done completely from the ground. After spending a full 2 hours trying to chain wave dashes in the 3 stone room, after learning extended hyperdashing, I literally beat it in under 3 minutes. Instead of just wave dashing there, you just get to the 3rd stone normally and jump on it. Then you have to very quickly perform an extended hyperdash off the falling block, and boom, room done. Hours of pain solved in just a few minutes. The next room further tests your wave dashing ability, and while I still can't chain them, I'm getting pretty good at these guys. I mean, just watch me effortlessly do this room with these reskin traffic blocks. I mean, I think that was kind of cool, right? The next big problem room of Farewell doesn't even involve wave dashing though, it involves wall bouncing. This room combines traffic blocks and wall bouncing, but honestly the wall bouncing isn't even the hard part of the level. More that these traffic blocks just move so absurdly fast and you have to wall cling to activate them. So just getting on and jumping off is very difficult. The next room though is even worse, taking me 45 minutes to complete. It has those bubbles that I used to love oh so much and wants you to pop out of them and immediately wave dash onto this itty bitty platform. Timing on this is quite hard, but once you get the hang of it, it's still really hard. Our next problem room though is the exact opposite, as instead of asking you to get really good at one thing, it wants you to do like 50 million things at once. In order to beat this room, you need to dash up this block, wait for it to pass the spikes, wave dash, immediately wall bounce out of the wave dash, grab back onto the moving block, jump around these spikes, fall into this platform, use the spring to line yourself up perfectly, do another wall bounce, grab onto the moving block again, and then finally launch yourself to the ending platform. Does it shock you to learn that this took me 30 minutes? Wait, how do you even... What? How do you do this? How do you get past this? Turns out you just gotta jump to make it move and then quickly diagonal dash underneath. Not the hardest room, but genuinely funny. Got quite a shock out of me. What? This one seems fun, actually. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Beating's actually not all that bad, having to constantly dash to keep the spiky dash blocks away. But this jump at the end is just miserable, having to jump onto the edge of the block to be launched across the spikes. This one takes me another 30 minutes. Next up, we've got a wind room. Here, the wind is pushing you to the right, and you need to carefully weave onto these springboards. Because the wind is pushing you so hard, the timings are even more precise, as you'll be pushed from the best location to dash in mere seconds. Knock this one down for another 36 minutes. The next room has a bunch of conveyor belts on these walls, which you need to launch yourself off of. And okay, what is Celeste team's obsession with wall bouncing? Seriously, why do you freaks like them so much? They're in like every single room at this point. This one takes me another 45 minutes, including one heartbreaking attempt. Yes? No! Oh, God. As I beat the room for real this time, though, something strange happens. Nice. Yeah! Oh. Huh? Why is the entrance down there? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me cook for a second. Okay, don't let me cook. Oh, nice. The next room, I don't really know how to describe, and I'm now 50 pages into this script, so I'm just going to tell you it revolves around moving this Kevin block around, and it took me 40 minutes. The final room of this section has to use the golden feather to fly around these new obstacles called starfish. Wait, why does this chapter have so much aquatic theming? There's the pufferfish, the jellyfish, and now the starfish. Irregardless, you just got to fly through them as fast as you can, and then at the end, Battlein is waiting for us. Yes, yes, yes. Is that the end? Is that the end? Please let that be that the end. Let it be the end. Let it be the end. Oh, it's not the end, is it? I didn't ask for your help. Oh no. Oh, is the gang gonna get back together? I don't know if that's good or bad. I know, but come on, Madeline. Think this through. What's your end game here? All that matters is finding Granny. Dude, she is dead. She's so dead. She's like... I don't know. Think of a joke and post, Sean.
Wrinkled old hussy is more dead than the Sonic fanbase.
Then maybe I can bring her home. There's no... Dude, when are we gonna get to the anger part of this grief thing? Even if the whole universe is against me. Oh no, don't put the whole universe against me. Aren't you worried about getting lost up here? I'll figure it out. Look, Madeline, we're in space chasing a mysterious bird.
None of this is real? What? You're dreaming? Well, then dream an easier freaking level, Madeline. Why would you do this horrible torture to me? Dream something a little easier. She's gone. It's time to wake up now. But if we wake up, we'll never see Granny again. Aww. Oh, so it's like a farewell dream. I can't believe you want her to disappear forever. You're always so selfish. First of all, it's a bird. We don't know that it's her. And second of all, dude, I'm with Madeline this time. We need to take a step back here. No, you need to take a step back. Madeline, you need to chill. You're giving Madeline vibes. I'm doing this, with or without you. I'm done letting you hold me back. Oh my god. You forgot the entire point of the story, girl. She lost it all in 7C. Granny needs me. Okay. Good luck. Oh, I was hoping to get our second jump back there, actually. I don't know if this is good or bad. Because the blocks usually mean the ending is coming. But who knows what that means today? The section of this chapter is entirely dominated by these music blocks you'll recognize from the end of B-sides, except now there's 4 blocks as opposed to 2. This section is definitely a little easier than the previous. While the last section took me a whopping 10 hours, this one I finished in just 2. There's only 2 particularly notable rooms in this section that took me just more than a couple minutes. First, we got this one, where they want you to keep going inside of the note blocks before they form. This like pink block with spikes inside of it took me so many attempts to actually reach, but once I did, the rest was pretty easy. The last notable room in the music block section is this one here. The hardest part here is performing a wall bounce off of this pink block as it appears to get the double dash crystal. You know how I feel about wall bounces, so let's just say this took me a good 30 minutes of practice. But as we make our way through this section's final room, who else is there to catch us than the bird once again? Ooh, nice. Oh, come on, bird. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Granny. Ooh, thank you, Granny. Oh, got you. Oh my god, is it over? Please. Please. Now, where's Granny? Don't get up. No, stay down, stay down. Oh no. Are you okay? Oh my god, you killed the bird? Oh, no. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh, no. You made the bird angry now. Wait, please don't leave. Oh, Madeline, you've made the situation much worse. This is why we need Madeline. At least tell me you're part of Granny, right? If you have to go, then take me with you. Madeline, stop. You can't go with her. Yeah, just wake up already, please. I can't do this anymore. Shut up. You couldn't force me to give up on the mountain, and you can't force me to give up on Granny. Go away. Isn't this like kind of undoing the entire game? I'm not forcing you. I'm asking you. Oh, dang. I miss Granny too. She meant a lot to both of us. Then why is it so easy for you to leave her behind? It's not easy. Maybe I pushed us to get over it too quickly. But this isn't healthy either. I just want us to survive this. Got a point. Oh no. Oh, poor Madeline. I know she's gone. And this is just a dream. It was all a dream. Hello, hello, neighbor. Catching this bird won't bring her back. I'm sorry, Madeline. Let's wake up and we'll face this together. Yes, please, wake up, please. No, not yet, please. Wake the hell up. Wake up. Wake the frick up, man. I want to set things right first. What do you mean? The bird, it's trapped here because of me. We need to help it escape before we leave. Granny wouldn't want it to be stuck like this. Isn't this a dream world? You're right. Oh, we're gonna get our pink dash back? But as soon as we're done, we need to wake up. This place is so weird. I want to go home. Madeline, now helping us again, gives us a boost up to the breaker box so we can turn off the electricity blocking the bird's way. But now, having strengthened Madeline's resolve and making amends with Madeline and the crow, the 3 of us can work together to carry Madeline through the level and turn off every breaker box so that the crow can go home. This just feels amazing. The flow of flying from the crow to Madeline just feels so fluid and, dare I say it, actually fun. Oh my god! Having come to terms with Granny's death, we can now conquer this level like never before. Every single room is just an absolute breeze as I fly through them all like a limitless god. For the first time since 7A, I actually feel joy in my heart again. Does this mean we passed the hardest section? Could we actually be finished? Could the suffering actually be ending? This is it! We're almost out of here! Yes! Yes! Please, maybe this will be like just a... Let's do this for Granny. Maybe this will just be like a fun little... Okay, so jellyfish. I guess you bounce... You probably dash into this, then you bounce off that. Okay, then maybe you bounce off that. Throw your... jellyfish, get launched, dash into the jellyfish again, throw the okay. Throw the jellyfish, go down, up, throw the jellyfish, go through the jellyfish barrier. Okay, it's still going. It's still going. Okay. And then you... Oh, it's still going? Oh, it keeps going. Oh my god, it's It's still going! Please! How does it keep going for so long? Oh my, what? I thought that was the end. I surely thought that was the end. And then there's this. And then there's all this. Oh no, I'm gonna be here. This is gonna take 12 hours. What? How do you even do this part? Oh my god, it's still going. It's still going. That's where we have to go. All of this. Oh my god. Now, anytime I had read anything on Celeste up until now, every single person said that the final room of Farewell was the hardest in the entire game. That everything else up until now doesn't even hold a candle to how hard this room is. That this is the peak of what is possible inside of Celeste. And can I be honest with you guys? It's not that hard. Now, don't get me wrong. This is hard. Like, really hard. Like, we still have 1/5 of the playthrough left, but that's for another reason altogether. We're talking about just this room and its main gameplay completion. I wouldn't even put this in the top 3 hardest rooms in Celeste. Maybe it's just because most of this level involves flying on a jellyfish, and that's usually pretty fun. But more than actual difficulty, this room is just really long. It's probably like quadruple the length of 7C. First, you get blasted off of the fish and have to diagonal dash onto your jellyfish to make it to the next one. Then you have this section where you gotta throw your jellyfish over, get blasted by a fish, and dash at the exact right time, throwing you upwards. Then you have to do that like 3 more times. If you can get past all that, congrats, you made it to the level's halfway point. After just 36 minutes of attempts, I did manage to get there though. Next up is a section where wind is continually blowing you up, so you need to go slow to maneuver yourself through the electrical maze. Alright. This is gonna suck. Okay. Hold on. Nope, get away. Nope, get away, get away, get away. Nope, okay. Okay. Okay, don't hit these guys, I assume is the thing. Okay, and yep, I learned the thing of that room. Gimmick of that room is don't get blown up. Takes me another 30 minutes to get back there, but when I do, I make sure to switch up my strategy there, switching out my usual slow, calculated movements for fast, precise ones. Also, your jellyfish can hit the pufferfish as long as you don't. Ooh, that part is tricky. Oh my god. Now what? Okay. What? What? Throw? I guess? What? What? What even just happened? What was it? What was I supposed to do? I was covered in electricity. What? I actually had the right idea there. As to grab the switch, you do need to throw the jellyfish at the switch. It just needs to happen before you fall off the screen. This opens up the key block and permits you entry into the last third of the room. Okay, I got my dash. Oh! Okay. I think I see. I gotta bounce off him. And then explode, and then... Moron. It would be just 10 minutes later that I would get back there, but... Dash, hop, dash. Oh, I need to get exploded. 20 more minutes after that. Oh, dang it, I did it again! That's the same mistake I made last time. I got so excited I did it, I forgot, like, oh yeah, you actually have to play the game, Sean. I'm gonna do it for real this time. Ooh-wee. Oh, what the heck? That's insane! Jeepers! Oh! Oh, we're falling? Oh. Hello, 7C. Nice to see you again. Oh, crap! Aw, damn it! Damn it! I just thought I was gonna land on something. That actually scared the crap out of me. Now, this final section here is very similar to the final section of 7C in that it's by far the hardest part of the level, mostly because the timings are so precise. Okay. Oh! Oh! Oh, no! I was doing really well, actually! Okay. Oh! No! Oh, no! Oh, seconds away! And now, while I was now just one jump away from finishing just 2 hours in, I started experiencing a weird glitch that would just end up doubling the amount of time I spent on this level. Okay, we're good. No! No! The jellyfish! I was holding down crouch! Or grab! What the heck happened? Why did you throw the jellyfish, Madeline? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why this happens, but it is really annoying. Getting past the first section before the wind is what makes this level take so long. The middle section is actually very easy. But getting all that way only to randomly combust for something completely out of control is rage-inducing. No, what are you doing? Why did you let go of that? But after 4 whole hours of grinding, the stars finally aligned. Alright, go. Boop. Blast off the guy. Grab the thing. Boop. Boop. Throw over. Whoop. Boom.
I'm actually starting to like this section. Oh, yep. Oh, nice. Okay, over, throw, boop, bop, then right on over. Okay, fall into the spring. Boop, please catch Mr. Crow, thank you. Grab that. Oop, okay, there we go. Oh my god, that was close. Okay, throw, run, boop, boop, oop. Okay, you have to get the dash crystal. Boop. And then this is the easy part. Okay. Over. Down. Oh, okay, maybe not that easy. Come on. Okay, you got this. I got this. Okay, through there. I feel like I should have got hit by that, but not complaining. Okay, pop. Boop. Starfish section is the easiest part of the whole level. Don't look up how many times I died to that thing. Boop. 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 Oh my god. Okay. Through. Now, Madeline, if you freaking drop the jellyfish here, I'm going to kill you. Okay, thank god. Thank god. Okay, go up here. Throw the jelly. Grab the switch. Dash. Nice. Easy. Bup. This part's all easy. Just make sure we go down with the golden feather. Nice. Okay. Woo. Alright. Bup. Boop. Bup. Money. Alright. And over. Okay, please. Come on. We got this. I got this. Yes! Oh, come on. Yes! And for most people, that's where the story would end. They'd fly off into the sunset, watch the game's final cutscene, and be proud they beat one of the hardest platformers of all time. Such luxury does not exist for us. As before we can let our soul rest, there is one more challenge waiting for us. You may have noticed that while I was progressing through the level, there are a ton of blocks and platforms inside the electricity that you have no way of accessing. But after turning off the breaker box, if you decide to go left instead of right... Okay, we gotta go... Up. No! Oh, I need to wave dash off that. Okay, I tried to. Like I was saying, if you decide to go left instead of right and wave dash off the breaker box, you can actually land on this platform here. No! Oh! Can you freaking imagine? Oh, no, I meant to go up. I meant to go up. Come on, man. Yeah, every time you fail, you need to go through the entire room again. Then you fail a wave dash off a block and have to start back at the beginning again. Like I said earlier, this room isn't necessarily hard, it's just so long, with a full run through taking around 2 minutes. So each fail just sets you back more and more time. And the amount of times I managed to get through the entire room and then fail one of these first 3 jumps is honestly staggering. No! Oh, I'm so bad. No! Oh! No! No! Oh, God dang it! Oh, I hate this. I hate it so much. No! Come on, I can't wave dash to the left at all. But on the runs that you do make it past these first 3 jumps, I go on to a precision platforming section where you need to do insanely fast wall bounces, wave dashes off the smallest blocks you can imagine, and just so much spring maneuvering. But finally, 7 hours after my initial completion of this level, I managed to make it up to the next checkpoint, leaving Farewell's final room behind. This next section is... a wall bounce showcase section, where you need to do so many wall bounces just to get back through. Honestly, I've had so much practice with these, I've gotten pretty good at them at this point, so this section only takes me an hour. And entering the next room comes with the best news you could possibly imagine. The rest of this playthrough, we will never have to do another wave dash, extended hyper dash, and best of all, no more wall bouncing. It's enough to make a grown man cry. On to the next room, which really confuses me as there are no obstacles and the path to go ahead is completely blocked off. I try exploring around for a bit and even find this secret passage that takes me right back where I started. In a fit of pure desperation, I throw Madeline's corpse onto this random spike wall. What? Oh. Okay. Sure. That worked, I guess. With that done, it was on to, and yes, I'm for real this time, the true final room of this game. And in case it wasn't obvious from the scroll, this room's hard. Pretty much the entire room revolves around you having to do one single maneuver with your jellyfish. You throw it against the wall, dash upwards, and then grab the jellyfish again to push yourself up vertically. The whole room is basically like that 30 times, and it took me 6 hours. The hardest part by far in this section is at the end with the vertical wind and electricity everywhere, where you need to carefully thread the needle against the wind. Then you have to throw your jellyfish and dash through some crystals to grab it. But after so many attempts... Okay, come on. Okay. No.
Is it over? Is it? Is it? Please. Oh, there's more. There's more. Of course there's more. Oh, no. Wait, no, it's over. Is it? Yes. Yes. Oh my god, that was awful. That was so awful. Oh my god.
With the final strawberry in the game collected, we can get boosted by battling and get launched into the clouds to see the game's ending cutscene. Granny! Oh my god, she's actually alive!
Hey there, kiddo. It's so great to see you. I didn't know what to do without you. But you aren't real. This is just a dream.
So what? That didn't stop you from coming all this way. You finally found me, and now you just care. And now you just care that it's a dream. Quit making excuses and say what you need to say.
I'm sorry I didn't come to your funeral. I couldn't do it. I just shut down.
Hey, what do I care who showed up for that thing? I'm dead. That's true. That's how I feel about funerals. Funerals are for all you suckers stuck living without me. That's actually pretty true.
Thank you for looking out for me on the mountain. You helped me so much, and I really miss you.
Oh my god.
That was sad. What am I supposed to do now? Just keep going? Like nothing happened? Like you aren't gone forever? Poor Madeline.
Complete chapter 9, baby.
Oh, wake up. Oh, she was dreaming. Oh, I didn't think she was actually dreaming.
Wait, is she gonna be on the beach?
Oh, no, she's in bed.
Aww. Aww.
There she is. No long time no see, Strawberry. Hey, Theo. It's been forever. You went off the grid. What happened to you? Yeah, sorry for not responding to your messages or answering your calls.
Oh my god, you're one of those people, Madeline.
Come on. Or replying to your emails. I just kind of had a breakdown when Granny died. And then I felt weird messaging you. I thought maybe you were mad at me for disappearing. Why would he be mad? Snowballed from there. I mean, maybe it would be a little bit. Yeah, I know you. Figured the funeral might have triggered your anxiety. No big deal. Next time, at least just let me know you're still alive. You feeling any better? Yeah. I'm finally starting to come to terms with it. When I first met Granny, I thought she was crazy. Me too. But then I got to know her, and I thought she was mean. But she knew what I needed to hear, and that really helped me. I miss her a lot. Yeah, me too.
I honestly thought she'd live forever.
Oh, wait, so really we did all that just for a dream, Granny? There was no, revelation? I guess we came to terms with her death. Oh, that reminds me, I have to show you something.
Why is that the largest keyboard I've ever seen?
Remember I told you my grandma went to Celeste Mountain when he was younger, my grandpa? Well, I was going through some of his old stuff with Alex, and check out this photo I found.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's him and Granny!
Oh my god, she looks just like Madeline.
Is that Granny with your grandpa?
Theo, that's amazing. It looks like they were friends.
Just like us.
It really sucks that they're gone, but it's nice to know we shared the mountain with them. Yeah, that is nice.
That looks just like Madeline. That's crazy.
Is Granny actually canonically Theo's grandma? Oh, this is not going to be fun. Oh, this is not going to be good. Jesus Christ alive.
And as much as I would love to call it a day and end it off there, somehow, some way, there's still one more achievement. Maddie Thorson, why do you hate me? The final achievement in this hellscape, sometimes referred to as a video game, is called 1-Up. This achievement is actually a little out of the box. So remember when you grab a strawberry, it doesn't actually collect until you land on the ground? Well, 1-Up pushes this to its limit, asking you to collect and store 6 different strawberries and then get them all at once. I decided to do this in World 1 because, well, I feel like that part's obvious. Now, a little tip about this achievement, you actually can touch the ground throughout, as a strawberry only collects if you've been touching the ground for more than 8 frames. So if you hop very quickly, you can avoid the punishment while refreshing your dash. This only took me about 20 minutes, and honestly, it was pretty fun. Once I got them all, I can collect Celeste's final achievement at a total playtime of 109 hours. So what did I think? Celeste is truly magical, giving a surprisingly deep story that doesn't overstay its welcome, level design that feels so creative, and I didn't even talk about how good the music is. Are you hearing this? Celeste is a true masterpiece, and if you're a fan of platformers, you should play it. However, if you think for even 3 seconds that you should 100% this game, you need to get a CAT scan right now, because there is something wrong with your brain, brother. The seasides in Farewell were straight torture. Not 1 ounce of fun was had. In fact, I resent you guys for even suggesting this game. Now, I'll never do Grounded or Rain World just to spite you guys.